Holy moly, are we live here with
Yes,
the
we are
People's
finally
Hearthstone
live.
Show?
Yes, we are.
We are.
This is really exciting. I am here again. I am one of the hosts of this amazing show.
What is your name?
Hearthstone. My name is Fanatiq, Mr. Fanatiq to some. I am here with another one of our Twin Galaxies illustrious hosts.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm Tay Zonday, and we're going to have some fun tonight doing a Hearthstone bracket, the second bracket in the series of brackets that we are doing here on the People's Hearthstone Show to win some fantastic NVIDIA swag.
Absolutely.
We've got the Shield tablet that everyone's going to be playing on, and we've got some very talented players here.
Yes, we
I'm
do.
excited to see how the competition goes.
Yeah, I think they're not going to be ready for some of them. We have a ringer in this tournament.
We do?
I'm not going to say the name. I'm pretty sure a lot of you Hearthstone players will recognize him. He's commentated and been a part of the scene for quite some time. And I think we might have another favorite to win this one.
Oh, we might. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes.
They did predict one, and it turned out to be right. So I can only, I'm not psychic. I'm just observing. I'm thinking we already know who the winner could be. But it's Hearthstone, and it can always go any way.
It can go any way, absolutely, and we're gonna have some fantastic games.
Absolutely,
man. That Hearthstone music just kind of like jamming too. I mean, like I have never jammed so much to like some guitar and violin. I mean, seriously, I want the album.
No, I actually would. I would like that.
No, I would like the Hearthstone soundtrack.
You're right. You're right.
Wouldn't you like fall asleep to like the Hearthstone soundtrack? You just kind of like be like.
Anytime you're typing something, like if you want to type something,
it's like great concentration music.
Yeah, I could.
I mean, it'd be great just doing your taxes, doing whatever you do. And who do we have in the chat? We have Singularity Spy,
one of them.
Smile,
Regulus.
Duke Nukem. Hey Tay, you were great on Touch.0. Thank you very much, Duke Nukem. And we have Deftin Wolf. We have Nick Aragon. Okay, there we go. He's the op there. And Belascape 12. LOL, guys, we're up. Start! Holy moly, she was trying to wake us up.
Mittens Kittens, how are you doing? That is another great friend who's also on Twin Galaxies show Infinite Crisis Experience.
Oh, there you go.
One of my great friends now.
There you go.
We just recently went to the movies together. Complete digression, but we went to the movie and we saw Project Almanac.
Oh, all right. I actually saw Project Almanac.
Really?
I kind of liked it. I mean, yeah, okay, I can tell from you.
I loved it up until a certain point, and then it definitely became pretty.
The people who dislike it don't like it when he kind of went crazy and then contradicted the character that he had built up to that point.
Yeah, you just took the word right out of my mouth.
Like my friends, because I was at the premiere, so I saw the Chinese theater. It was
not everybody
nice.
Can be tame, but good job.
I'm joking. Like I was at the premiere. I saw it on the red carpet, not with all you common people, all of you who went to the.
We can start again.
Are we starting again? We're talking about Hearthstone.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I'm sorry. We're getting back on track.
Show.
Yes.
I thought this was a movie review show.
that might come later on, but anyway.
We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that, and we are going into not solo adventures, but
our first match.
Yes.
Chat, maybe you guys can remind us to go ahead and continue talking about Tay's wonderful experience at the premiere. Of Project Almanac. But until then, I'm a little bit excited. We have a different format for this show than the typical Hearthstone tournament.
We do.
Typically, you get to pick your decks, and you can ban a specific deck, like you don't want to play against a specific class and things like that. And here, in order to make it a little bit more friendly, I would say, and to keep it a little bit more casual while still trying to maintain that competitive edge, we allow anyone to play any deck at any time, which can create some really interesting matchups because of counter picks and things like that. I would imagine though that the winner, yeah, so and it's one match, so you kind of just got to go all in with whatever you think your best is at that time. And
absolutely,
I think I like that. I like that format, and for that reason,
it's a little bit more like standard ranked play.
Exactly.
Inside of the game,
it's a bracketed ranked play. That's what it feels like.
There you go.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. Now, of course, as the bracket moves on, players can sort of develop profiles on their opponents because they've seen their previous matches.
There you go.
So you can develop, you can kind of determine.
Kind of have that intelligence in terms of what type of player they're going to end up being.
Yes. Yeah. So I like it. I think it's a really interesting thing. And another great thing about this show is that I think we're all learning, right? I don't claim to know anywhere close to everything about this game.
And I am definitely learning about the game. I think I'm still at under a month. So definitely, but I think it's a very accessible game.
Yes.
I think, hopefully, I mean, I would like to see this go huge. I would like to see this game, really become a mainstream thing. Because I think there's that level where, once you get the basics, the whole family can watch it.
Yeah.
Grandma can watch it and see the cards and kind of see the numbers and see the basic concepts. And it has that potential for mass enjoyability.
That's a great way of saying it. And I think that's actually the key to any successful game is while it can have some of the deeper competitive elements to it, with a simple foundation, then it makes it more accessible to everyone.
Very much. And for that reason, it's also a great game to stream and a great game to talk about.
Yes.
Because I find, especially, and I've streamed FPSs and other types of games, and they're all great. But I find Hearthstone especially has a style where it's like the concepts are simple enough that everyone can have an opinion. Everyone can have different viewpoints on which way something should go, and it's been a very interesting experience.
Yeah, and speaking of streaming, I feel like having the proper tools to stream is always a beneficial thing, and one of the great tools in streaming for anyone who would be interested in streaming something like Hearthstone would be the NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Oh, absolutely. And, in fact, everyone tonight in this competition is playing on an NVIDIA Shield tablet.
That's absolutely true.
And it's a gaming tablet.
Yes, it is.
And, in fact, at the end of this bracket, we will be handing out some NVIDIA swag.
Yes.
We have the Shield tablet. There's the Shield controller with the pop-up screen. And, I think it's great. And I think it's kind of being ahead in the curve of gaming.
Yes.
Because, what other games are there that are like really available on the PC? Yeah. The tablets, Android.
Actually, here's the thing: is that Hearthstone hasn't actually made its way to the iPhone yet. It hasn't made it, but it, at least to my knowledge,
has it?
There's ways you can get around it, and you can trick your phone into believing that it's a PC. I think to allow you to play on it, but it's not configured properly there, and so there's a little bit of difficulty reading the text and things like that. But you can completely get around some of those issues with the NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Oh, absolutely.
That's one of the amazing things about it.
And I think it's great to have it on a tablet because you can just be falling asleep and oh wait, I'm still playing Hearthstone. Yeah. It kind of gives it that extra accessibility. And
I think that could be a problem for someone like myself because I tend to do whatever I'm doing until I'm exhausted, and I can imagine. I play often at my computer. Yeah. And there's been plenty of times where I've played and then maybe fell asleep while I was waiting for it to start, and then I'm looking at the rope burning like for the second turn.
Oh man!
And it's like, I gotta play in my ranked match, and so I can imagine playing on the tablet, laying in bed, might not be the best for me. But there's a lot of people.
You have some tired moves.
Yes. But then also, I think though, it's very accessible, and the idea of being able to walk around the house, just doing what you're doing while you're kind of playing.
Absolutely.
I think that's great. And it has the Wi-Fi, and it can sync up to your television, and so there's just so many outside of Hearthstone. It has so many good benefits.
Absolutely.
So I think it's just a great piece of equipment that.
And who do we have in the chat here? Singularity Spy, Beal Escape 12 is still there. Jeff Phoenix. Astrogation 7. Hey, wasn't Astrogation here last week?
Yes, he was.
I think he was. I remember the name Astrogation.
Didn't he get second place?
Yes.
I believe he did.
I believe he did. And Beal Escape 12. He might want to change the title to Hearthstone. Ooh. I think the title is the People's Hearthstone Show, is it?
Yes, but I believe he's referring to the stream. How you can on Twitch you can say which game is.
Oh, you can say what type of game. I think that's played. Hopefully that is on Hearthstone.
Yeah,
I would hope that setting is.
If it's not, I'm pretty sure they'll get to it eventually.
Definitely. And Blessed Gamer. Oh my goodness. Well, I like to see a blessed gamer. it's much better than a cursed gamer showing up in chat. So to see blessed gamer there in chat, it makes me feel so much better just to be standing here. I'm just gonna like take some of that blessing off of the screen and you know, dance around in it, kind of rubbing that, just kind of like, hey. Then we have Danish Raymond. I mean, we've got the team here in the chat. We have Blessed Gamer. We have Danish Raymond.
Yeah.
And there we go.
And it's all about tasty chocolate.
Oh.
And I think you know. Oh, that's a good point. Duke Nukem says Chocolate Rain should get a Grammy. And I think it's very very nice what he's saying about such an amazing
Do they
song.
have awards that go back like a decade?
I mean, listen.
Is that the Decade Achievement, the last Decade Achievement Award?
There it is. But amazing artist timeless.
The previous Decade Achievement, the Grammy for previous Decade Achievement goes
to Chocolate Rain.
Chocolate Rain, the Grammy for pre-smartphone viral videos.
Yeah.
But
I also saw astronauts in the chat.
Oh, all right.
And
you saw astronauts.
Astronauts with a Z.
Okay, because I thought you were saying you like saw astronauts.
Oh no,
in the chat. And I'm like, how do you know they work for NASA? Like seriously, I haven't been seeing any of that floating around in the chat there.
No.
I don't know if you're looking at a different chat or
well, sometimes you can read between the lines when you have the vision.
Oh, all right.
Which is something that I've just been blessed with.
Okay, you've been blessed by Blessed Gamer. With the ability to see through the chat.
Yes, and I'm also a Blessed Gamer, and I'm able to read it. You know, it's like the Matrix.
It's like astronaut dar. Instead of like radar, it's like astronaut dar. You can just kind of, when you are chatting with astronauts.
Because they're amazing people.
There you go. And that amazingness is just kind of like it rubs off through the internet.
Yeah,
it radiates from the screen.
You can pick up the signal.
Yeah, there you go.
By Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
No, it's another movie that I'm going to go see soon. So
there you go. I love Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes,
he's one of my favorite actors.
How can you not?
I mean, seriously.
How can you not?
And that man works.
Yes, he does.
I mean, he has been working
he absolutely
non-stop for a long time. So he has a fantastic body of work. And then Singularity Spy doing the LOL. I mean, now what? Could you have like a W-larity spy, a multiple? Are we starting? We're starting.
First match, finally. We have Edward Sun versus Tech Casualty. Tech Casualty. Okay.
And all right, we're doing Hunter versus Warrior. And
this is another interesting deck. So when I spoke to Edward Sun, he said that he runs a budget deck.
Interesting.
Yes.
Meaning, so pretty much low mana, get it out quickly.
Well, low mana and low cost. Not a lot of expensive cards.
Yeah.
Not a lot of rares.
And the reason he would do that as a hunter is, of course, because hunters are very big on the face game.
Yes.
The hunter is trying to get stuff out there as quickly as possible
and do as much damage
use its
to that
hero
mouse
power,
right away.
Use its minions, charges, whatever it can get out there quickly.
Yeah.
To go for the face. And of course, the warrior is opposite, trying to armor up and then have a lot of armor-based attacks in that regard.
Yeah. I think this is pretty great.
And so we started with a micro machine.
And I love that card. It needs to be dealt with almost immediately because it becomes very
It will buff it. It will be buffed.
Yes.
And
per turn. When the very first time I ever saw that card, I remember thinking, oh, it's going to be every time on my turn it's going to gain an attack. And it's not. It's on each turn. So then it becomes a problem.
So it's like it's double trouble. It's double trouble, exponential trouble almost.
Yes.
All right. Technically, that's not exponential trouble. I'm sure you math nerds are going, hey, that's not exponential growth. I'm like, okay.
That's additive.
Hey, there you go. It is additive. It's like we both took pre-calculus. Okay.
And so the Warriors opted to use his weapon to immediately deal with that, which I think is a wise choice. You just don't want to allow that.
You don't want to let that get out of hand, because that will get out of hand. That was worth taking 2 off the hero health.
Absolutely.
Are we getting signals? Okay. Sometimes we have people like doing dances and things off camera here, and we're trying to figure out what they're doing.
Well, the reason why it's difficult is because they're communicating with us through interpretive dance.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like we're watching the choreography. It's really fun to see the other angle of this. And so Edward's son is putting out Murloc Tidehunter and with the Murloc Scout. That's a board control play. That's an early board control play. And
it's quickly negated.
Tech Casualty is not having any of that. with the Cruel Taskmaster.
You know, the thing is, okay, so I understand the principle of budget decks, but it's still very important to run decks that have synergy. And so far, I haven't seen anything that looks like it'll work
Synergistically for Edward's son.
Yes.
Yeah, it does seem like what we would call a village people deck. Yeah. You know, it's like bring the beasts, bring the murlocs, bring the mechs.
Right.
Just everybody get in on this deck.
Yeah, they are getting on that deck.
So the Shade X Ramus.
And that's an amazing card. It's underutilized, and I feel like I have a priest deck that kind of revolves around that.
Interesting.
And what it does is, at the start of your turn, it gains +1/+1.
And then priests have so many other ways of buffing things up.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like, again, you talking about synergies between your hero and your card deck.
Yes.
That would have tremendous synergy with a priest.
Right. And then you think, because of the fact that it can't be targeted, and you start thinking of things like Velen's Chosen, right? And that card gives it more health and attack. And
so all of a sudden you have something sitting there that's cloaked, and it's 10, 10, 15, 15, whatever it's been buffed up to.
And spell damage +1.
Yeah. And there's no way to get rid of it. So it's kind of that thing where you can build it up there. Yes. And it's untouchable.
Now, speaking of synergy, though, he did do something here. He made the Acidic Swamp. But no, that's not a permanent buff.
That's an Echoing Ooze.
I mean, yes, an Echoing Ooze, and it replicates. Yeah, see, it replicates.
And it's definitely a board control play. He is trying to overwhelm the board, and go for the face, which is a kind of the hunter's dominant strategy.
Right. And see, that's one of those cards that I think is really great for certain classes, like a paladin who has Blessings of Kings, or you can, whenever you can buff that card, it becomes really powerful because you get 2 of them.
Now, where he'd run into trouble here is if he was going against a spell dominant mage, or someone or even a priest someone with a lot of board clearing spells of low value minions. The warrior does not have a lot of those.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing though. The warrior has a card that I think can be really problematic. And I believe it's called Brawl, and it's where it...
Oh, that's right. That's a Brawl, where it's like they all kind of go in the middle.
And only one survives.
One survives.
And I think that actually decreases some of the value of Shade of Naxxramas. I mean, because, normally you want a card that's untargetable, and you want to have it to where they can't deal with it. That is true. But then the warrior can deal with it,
with a Brawl, but then if you luck it on a Brawl, then...
Yeah. And likewise, paladins can with Equality Consecrate. So it really requires AoE spells to deal with. And, but I think, with like priests and things, you can get enough out of it early enough to
absolutely
really impactful. But we're going to see how he still makes this work.
And so he's going to silence the Acolyte.
Right. And I can, stop him from drawing cards.
And that's good because he's definitely in a disadvantageous situation with a card draw.
Yes. I'm imagining he's going to play the Web Spinner. And is he going to attack the Acolyte of Pain twice?
Or go for the face?
Okay. I think
interesting.
He's taking his time.
He is taking his time. He's taking out the Acolyte there and kind of waiting for that the Shade of Naxxramas to build up there. I was gonna call it that cloaked thing, but I'm like, okay, no, I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna look at what this is.
Yep, see, you guys stay adapts.
Very quickly. Well, it was the cloaked sparkly thing.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it kind of resembles that too.
Yeah, you wouldn't be incorrect in saying that. Now, I think what he's gonna do here is gonna run that and roll in. Yes, he is, and so that will allow him to damage everything on the board, which got rid of 4 minions, which is pretty strong.
It's a pretty good result.
Yes.
And but because of that Naxxramas, Edward's son is still in a board control situation.
Yeah.
Even with that.
Now, will he play another Shade of Naxxramas? This is where you can develop the board instead, or you can play another Shade of Naxxramas and now have 2 minions that are constantly gaining, momentum.
And there you go. So he plays the second one. And of course, the warrior game is often to build up armor in each term, which Sek really is not doing effectively.
He hasn't yet. And Okay, so they have certain cards like a Shield Maiden, which can give him 5 armor.
Yeah.
So he can do it really quickly at times. And
then Shield Slam and other things can turn that into a great offensive opportunity.
Right. So we'll see how he's going to play this out. It's still, I feel like it's getting later on in the turns, and the later the game goes, then the more favorable it is for the warrior.
Definitely.
Yeah.
These hunters are definitely their advantage if they can get out there quickly, get board control quickly, get to the face quickly.
Oh, there's another great person. Oh, wow. Before we get there first, Jeff Katz says it's good to be the king.
Oh, hey, there you go.
He was last week's winner.
Jeff Katz is going to start saying The Lion King. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. All right. And...
You know, it's funny. Every time I hear you sing, I immediately expect you to bust into Chocolate Rain. So
there you go. I guess my voice is a little bit deeper than Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
I didn't know that was him.
That was him, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure now that it makes sense.
Wasn't that Jonathan Taylor Thomas singing?
Right. And
whatever happened to him?
Jeff Phoenix is in chat, and he's the person that I was talking about that taught me the higher levels of Hearthstone.
Oh, there you go.
Develop my game. And
it's like, maybe I should apprentice myself to Jeff. Be like, hey, Jeff, teach me.
He's an amazing teacher. I can say that honestly.
Oh, there you go. Now that is an endorsement.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's bad giving someone compliments like him, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to hear it later on. But no, he definitely taught me a lot. He is also the reason why I'm traumatized of the card Death Lord.
Oh, there you go.
And Mind Control Tech.
Oh.
Okay, I feel like he has a lot of strength on the board. I think it's about time to play.
To play face?
Yeah, I would say so.
I think, well, the thing is, the hero health armor combo on our side is not really going down. So he has there's no urgency to not let the turns move on. And as long as he has board control and can maintain it.
Yeah, but I gotta wonder, why wouldn't he play the Houndmaster and buff up the 1/1?
Yeah, because Tech Casualty, I do agree, as the turns go on, Tech Casualty has more of an opportunity to recover board control and to buff his armor.
Yes. I'm so mad. Yeah, Jeff. I don't know why I said anything. I knew I was gonna hear it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm upset.
It came from the heart. It can't. Sometimes your heart. You have a big heart, Fanatiq. You have a big heart, Fanatiq, and sometimes your heart is just so big, it's just like hanging out everywhere because your big heart is just kind of like, oh, I got a big heart.
Yeah, I'm just big in general.
Yes. There you go. And. I just got that. All right. And then
so
I'm like,
we're still.
Are we still watching the tournament here?
Yes, we are. And so now we're wondering, is he going to play any more meta? I can't understand why
doesn't he buff
attacking.
The 1/1?
Yes. Well.
With the
I'm not understanding. Okay, he is going to do it.
He's afraid of the board being cleared again. He knows there's going to be brawl.
Yeah, but
and other stuff.
He's not even going to attack with the 1/1. What attack? What? Oh no! He didn't even use 2 mana to attack with. Oh no!
That is kind of bizarre. He didn't even use his hero power.
He didn't use his hero power. He didn't attack with even the 1/1.
That is.
I have to wonder what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Edward's son. That is an interesting strategic choice, because you have nothing to lose in using that hero power every time. You have the mana.
There's. I can't possibly understand why you would do that.
There's unless there's a spell that you're afraid of triggering, but that wouldn't really trigger most spells.
Yeah, there's no secrets on the board.
No secrets. Secrets. That's what I meant.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, and now he has a taunt out, which is kind of problematic.
Yes, because it's going to destroy everything on the board. Well, let's see. He can play the Houndmaster, and then it'll allow him to survive. He'll have to. The 2/1 and the 1/1 are going to die regardless.
Yeah.
Oh, he can play.
And then
he'll
get a random beast from the web spinner. Sometimes you get a good beast when the web spinner dies.
Please don't run the web spinner in there raw. Please don't do that. I can't touch.
Run the web spinner raw. What do you mean by that?
Well, okay, so you can run the web spinner into the 1/3 right now, and it's going to die, and it'll put him. But in doing,
Okay, so the Murloc's got absorbed whatever. He's boosting that. I would kill the web spinner and maybe even trade this and see what this draws and then try to put out what it draws.
Well, yeah. Actually, I guess that probably would make the most sense now. It's either that.
Or I would buff the web this with the
and trade it immediately.
And then trade it immediately.
But then the 2/1's going to die regardless.
But then you take control of the board again.
Yes, he would take control of the board. So I mean, that's an option. At this point now, I guess maybe I would probably run the 2/1. Okay. So
he is buffing that with the Houndmaster. That is.
I'm getting antsy. I'm wondering, is he going to run out of time again and not attack anything? This
doesn't make any sense.
No, this doesn't make any sense. I can't understand it.
He needs to attack something. At least use his hero power. Yeah.
What? I don't know.
I'm a little bit confused myself.
I don't think confusing is the word. I feel like it almost seems like he's intentionally not playing. I can't.
Yeah.
This is very, very strange. Oh. Okay, so that's what it is. So I guess the net here at Twin Galaxies Live right now is experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties and some lag. You know what? That makes me feel so good because I couldn't understand, and sometimes in trying to understand someone's mentality, you can get very frustrated. Because I was getting frustrated, not understanding.
Yes. And so there is a little bit of a technical issue happening.
Yes. Okay.
That may be influencing.
Yes. That's comforting.
The gameplay right now.
Yeah.
But it's still a fantastic game to watch. Multi-shot is one of those things. I always seem to get it when there's only one enemy minion on the board.
Yeah.
And so it's like I get multi-shot. It's like, oh, what do I do with this?
Right.
I could have used it last turn.
Yeah.
And let's see. Tech Casualty has out the Black Knight. Destroying enemy minion with taunt. Well, again, not really time for that right now.
He has 21 damage on the board right now. Had he been attacking in previous times, I think he might have actually killed the warrior. I think he would have actually won this game, which is really interesting for him to win with this.
And to not be using the hero power.
Yeah, that's
to win with minions when you would think. Yeah, I mean, he's passed at least 3, 4, 5, 6 turns where he could have used that hero power to get him down.
Yeah,
that extra 12, and he might have lethal now, if that was the case.
Right.
But he still clearly has a high level of board control. Now, I'm trying to see, does Tech Casualty have any responses here?
This is looking a little unfortunate.
Because, of course, we have the omniscient view.
Yes.
And
he has an Alexstrasza, so this is looking a little rough.
Here he is blocked a little bit, but yeah.
Not only does he have the Alexstrasza, he also has a faceless manipulator. And he has... Oh, this is looking rough.
Yeah.
So I think what we're gonna have to do, because of what's going on here, we might have to do something about this.
The lag has changed the game. We're gonna reset the map.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Apparently, the game has been compromised a bit by the lag, and we are going to reset the match. Though speaking still, this match, it does look like Tech Casualty has some options.
Yes, he did.
To play here, most definitely in this draw. And he's just kind of holding on.
Yeah, it's important to note here that the internet is lagging and not the amazing NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Most definitely.
I think it's important to let everyone see that's it's the internet sometimes can run into a few problems, especially here in the States.
There you go. The internet is known to do that.
Yeah.
But basically Tech Casualty has been in a much stronger position here than would be evident if you did not see his card, because he's basically trying to build up armor and do shield slam while still having solutions to clear the board and kind of accumulate those.
Right. So this match is null and void, but I'm really interested to see. I'm going to be wondering for quite some time what would have happened had they played it, had the lag not been a factor.
And it's a fun. It's an exciting aspect of this. You never really know what you're going to get. It's like that box of chocolates. It's like, hey.
Yep. It's like life. The thing is, I'm one of those people that I have that curiosity and it's never going to go away. For instance, playing games like Texas Hold'em, I'm one of those people that when someone doesn't show, and I can kill myself just thinking like, what was it? What was it? What was it? And just wreck my brain.
Absolutely. What are the what ifs? The what ifs. The what ifs. The what ifs.
It's rough.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And Nate Robin, how are you doing tonight? Swabo.
Thank you, Boom Doctor. I'm pretty sure he's talking about you here. He said, "I'm not sure what's more entertaining, the Awesome Casters or the actual game."
Oh, I'm sure Boom Doctor's talking about you, Fanatiq.
Well, I mean, know. I don't have the same voice. I wish I did, but I didn't inherit that.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Boom Doctor. I'm pretty sure Tay doesn't hear that enough.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I'm sure Fanatiq is very aware that he is a great asset to this cast.
Thank you very much, Tay.
Duke Nukem, hey Tay, say, Luke, I am your father. I don't know.
Oh, that's really good. Oh man.
Thank you. That's great to know you're doing pretty good, Nate Robin. Tay Zonday has the most smooth voice ever.
You know what? Jeff Phoenix brings up a very valid point.
Ooh.
He said the internet hates Edward. And I thought about it.
Did that happen last
yes, it
week?
did. And it was a game that it looked like he might have been winning.
I think that's true. I think the routers here, the wires here, they just see him show up.
Yes.
They're like, we're gonna take a break.
I think
this is our day off.
Yeah. Everyone gets a break.
Oh, there you go. Boom Doctor is like Fanatiq is a great team.
Thank you very much, Boom Doctor.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. And Nub Zero Tay, what you got? What got you into being a commentator? That is an interesting question. I think it is just thoroughly enjoyable.
Yes, it is.
It's thoroughly enjoyable.
Absolutely.
I like doing, and it's an opportunity to be me in different contexts.
Yes.
I definitely find on my own stream, I get a little bit crazier, a little bit bigger. Some people who watch my stream, they come see this, they like, Tay, you're so normal in that Hearthstone show. You're not doing all this fun. And it's like, you do different things in different contexts, but it is fun and a privilege.
Yes.
A privilege to do this.
I think I feel like it's a really great privilege for me, particularly because, Twin Galaxies is a 24-hour stream. It has so many different shows.
It's like the CNN of video games.
Yeah, that's a great way of explaining it. And so I think of that, and I think of how many celebrities they have on here.
Absolutely.
And it's really entertaining to watch whenever they have celebrities here. And now they have another celebrity, Tay Zonday.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, I just gotta shoot from the heart here. And
oh my goodness,
I'm fortunate enough to be able to host on a show with you. It's almost unbelievable. So I feel very, very fortunate.
Oh my goodness. Of course, this building I mean, you have people like Stan Lee.
Yes.
This is a fantastic facility here.
Yes.
At Twin Galaxies, and so it's a privilege to be doing this here.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting when you see the vision of someone coming through like that.
And this is Farkin War saying he's dear. Is he?
Wait, who says this?
This is Farkin.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, how are you doing, dear?
Master Deer. We called you Master Deer because you played very masterfully.
He did play extremely masterfully.
Yes.
Doctor is saying, Fanatiq, would you be standing if it weren't for Tay?
Okay, I gotta be real here. Listen, I'm one of those people. I'll just keep it PG. No, I would not probably be standing if it weren't for Tay because I like to sit.
Tay gave me legs. Tay, that was the follow up to that. It's like, I came in here all short and like seriously, I lost myself and like I raised him up and I said, hey, no, okay.
Yeah, you raised me up so I can walk on mountains.
No, okay, yeah. That's a joke that's funny for about like 7 seconds, and then it's like it passes the 7-second mark, and you kind of realize how sick it is.
Just let it go.
Just let it go. Just let it go.
Let recover, like an awkward handshake.
It peaks very quickly.
You know what I'm gonna do today?
What are you gonna do?
This is just for the chat, myself and you. The people who've come here don't know it. When they leave, I'm gonna give every single person an awkward handshake.
Oh, there you go.
It's going to be just watch the handshakes when the contestants are done with the interviews. I think it'll be very
You're going to do that. You're like, you have perfected that move.
I have perfected it.
It's the Fanatiq shake fu.
Yes.
It's the kung fu of handshakes.
Yes.
You have the awkward shake fu. That's like, if you were a street fighter, that would be your move. Mm-hmm. The awkward handshake.
Yeah.
And you'd kind of be hollering, awkward handshake. And be like, okay, someone's playing Fanatiq again.
You know what? Fuma said it best, though. If you make it on a show at South Park, you're definitely a celeb.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I think that's very accurate.
Oh, well, thank you very much,
I think
Fuma.
it's very accurate.
Thank you, Fuma.
Oh, man.
He'll escape 12. I wish I was rich. I mean,
I think
a lot of people kind of
absolutely.
Kind
I think it's a great thing to wish for.
That's a common thing to wish for.
Yep.
And of course, you can be rich in Hearthstone too. Get all that Hearthstone gold.
I feel like a lot of people want to be rich because being rich allows you to get several toys. You know, you can buy all of the things you want. For instance, say you wanted the NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Who knows?
Having,
I don't even think you need to be rich.
I was going to go there.
I think it's so affordable.
Yes, it's very affordable, so you don't have to be rich. But I can understand for someone who didn't know
you can have it. You can have it and you feel. You feel that way, though.
Yes, and it would make you feel rich because you now have an amazing toy that's very accessible.
There you go. There you go.
So,
And let's see. I'm okay. He'll escape 12. I'm okay. Okay, hold on. Sometimes I see a line and I start to read it in chat. Then I'm like, maybe I'm not going to finish reading that. My eyes move ahead faster than my lips, and I'm like, okay, we're not going to talk about that topic.
Wow, they had to close the door to the room where the games took place because your voice carried that far without yelling.
Apparently, my voice carries through the building. And we are starting in 1 second, apparently.
A figurative second.
This is a figurative second.
Yes.
What we call around here a Todd second. We're going to be starting in a Todd second here.
You said you only have $400 from your life savings. For $400, you could almost get two.
Almost.
Oh, okay, the match is starting. So
there we go. Polishing spectacles right here.
Now we're gonna have Edward's son again versus Tech Casualty.
And again, it is a warrior hunter match. And
switch sides this time.
Let the hunt begin.
And similar decks. Tech Casualty has a lot of weapons and the armor smith, and then Edward's son has a very low cost minion deck. Minion and spell. Maybe a few more spells he drew this time on the hunter side. Got some explosive trap and multi-shot.
Yeah, it's
and
unfortunate.
Both of those always come up at the wrong time for me, I find. It's like they come up when they're least applicable.
Right. I feel like traps are almost the worst.
Armor.
The only time you want the traps is typically, I would say, they're preferable when you have a mad scientist to draw them out.
Yes.
But having to play them raw, I feel like it can sometimes slow down.
And then even mad scientist isn't like an independently that strong of a minion, so it's like you're wanting him to die in order to set the trap, and it's kind of like it's. And if you don't draw well and you only have one and out the other, you're in a little bit of a pickle. That's the pickle I'm in with my personal hunter deck. Now, as I have the traps and the mad scientist, and it's kind of like, is it worth it? Versus getting some faster charges out there, some other things that could, or pardon me, my war. I think it's, no, I think I do. I think I have my hunter deck. That is right.
So it's very valuable in the hunter deck.
Although last night I played my warrior deck, so I'm getting confused.
Well, hunters often run Death Rattle, and so the mad scientist has several values. One, he gets to give you the secret.
Absolutely.
It's also a minion on the board, and it's a Death Rattle minion, so it can benefit your Undertaker. And so, very often, he got his micro machine pretty early again. So very often, I feel like that card really comes through and kind of speeding up the overall speed of the hunter deck.
And it looks like Tech Casualty is doing a little bit more now for board control, not giving up that board quite so easily.
Yes, just like the last game, he's using his weapon to take out the micro machine while still with the attack, which is the proper play there. Now, I'm expecting a Murloc Tide Hunter and an Echoing Ooze, but he could.
It would be a little bit easy to play Shade right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought he could surprise us, but thank goodness he didn't.
Yeah, because that is Edward's son's strategy from last game, is to try and beat with quantity. If not the quality of the minions, have minions that produce a lot of quantity.
Yes.
Very quickly.
Someone said fix the mouse is too far left.
Someone should. Oh,
okay.
All right.
All right.
Like I hadn't even noticed that.
Yeah. No, I guess it was. Sometimes if I do that, sometimes off also. If you mouse over,
it grays out.
Yes, and
very
yes,
gray like
yeah,
this,
and that can be very.
Wait, it looks like we're in the 1950s.
Well, Alex Seguel asks a very interesting question, and I think one of the reasons why someone would be able to commentate so early in learning the game is that the focus of this show, and I think the vision of the people that created the show was to make a really fun learning experience for both the people, the commentators, and
which is why it's called the People's Hearthstone Show.
Absolutely.
And to also just advocate for a view of Hearthstone, which it is extremely accessible. It is a very, very accessible game.
Yes.
And I think there's a level where you can, from the way we do our brackets and the way we do structure this show, to have maximum accessibility.
Yes.
And to really broaden the reach of the game in that way. And I think it's good to bring that element into the community.
Absolutely. And I think it's great that you might ask or voice some of the same opinions and questions that the viewers would have.
Absolutely.
And therefore, it makes it even that much more accessible and for their thoughts and opinions to be heard. So I think it's great.
Yeah, and I think there's that silent majority. You're right, who feels validated by that viewpoint, even if they're not always as active in chat or as active in the commenting. They feel validated to have a show that's very accessible and to view the game in that way. Now that is interesting. To attack and not trade.
Here's why. Because he had the multi-shot. Remember how
there
you
you
said
go.
Oftentimes you get it with only one. In this situation, both of those times, the multi-shotters came and destroyed, done really well for him so far.
There you go.
And the Warriors, adequately stalling the game, but it's, he still hasn't been able to establish any sort of dominance. Because if a Warrior dominates early, it's almost...
It's very hard to recover.
Yes, because they shine really well in the late game. If they, through luck or whatever, are able to dominate early, then you really have a problem on your hands.
Definitely.
And so, I guess he's done a good thing of getting through that.
And Edward's son is using his hero power. I think there's a technical issue with that. And playing Whirlwind. Definitely a more balanced board control as of the 6th and 7th mana turns here than the previous game.
Yeah. Okay, so there's nothing on the board, so I would imagine this is going to be the time finally when Edwardson plays the Shade of Naxxramas, right? He still has his explosive trap. So I can, this is finally the opportunity for him to get the Shade of Naxxramas where it doesn't seem like he's hurting himself. It didn't even be that difficult a decision.
And then he does the explosive trap, as you predicted.
Yeah, Volfired, you are 100% right. This Hunter deck is extremely unorthodox, and it's hard to wrap my head around. But having a conversation with him before the show, he explained that he runs budget decks as inexpensive as possible, and so that explains kind of the quirkiness of his deck.
Absolutely, and tries to get board control in that regard.
Yeah.
And here comes Dr. Balance, Dr. Boom.
Dr. Balance, indeed. Oh, you reminded me. I would have forgotten already. Okay, so, all right, I'm expecting something involving Unleash the Hound, but we can't be sure.
That would be an interesting choice at this point.
I mean, not Unleash the Hound. I'm sorry, Houndmaster. It's kind of complicated because okay, he is going to do it. Or is he not?
Well, this boosts the other beast he would put out. Kill command, he's going... That allows the kill command to do 5 damage because he has a beast out there. And then you wonder...
I just don't like the way Jeff interpreted that bit. I don't like his choice of words.
It's interesting. I guess, he's in a little bit of a pickle. He doesn't want to get rid of that Nax.
But it's really dangerous because the boom bots.
There is a potential for up to 15 damage, depending on how the bombs fall.
There we go. Okay, great. So now, because there's not another minion on the board, he can't actually use the boom bot to hit the thing because they can circumvent the stealth of the Shade of Naxxramas. And so he kind of dodged a bullet there because they can also do 4 damage, up to 4 damage. So he had a 50% chance of actually doing enough. And here we go again. This is very dangerous. And it did exactly enough. It was a 50%. It was a 50% chance of killing him there because it could be 1 through 4.
But overall, that was a very good exchange.
Yes, he did clear the board. He didn't take all of that damage. So
I can take the hit.
Yeah, this is gonna be really difficult.
Let us see. Definitely tech casually armoring up, and I agree. As the game goes longer, it favors the warrior.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Hunters their general goal is to kind of speed through things, and whereas warriors are more about the
armoring up, and then having that late comeback.
Yeah, I play a mage, and I feel like my deck is really versatile in that it can speed through and get the job done very quickly. But sometimes I do take my time and I think both having the ability to do both is kind of what makes you dominant, and that's what I
now you play mage. Would you say it's mech mage, or would you say?
Yeah, it's a mech mage, but it also has a few other cards, mana worm and unstable portals and things. So it's kind of a hybrid.
I would say my mech mage is my most effective deck.
I think having that hybrid, the versatile options. Kind of
because the nice thing about the mage, he has a lot of control spells later, like Flame Strike. And one idea, the mage is also very strong in board control. And in fact, often I would find that when I'm playing with my mech mage deck, I wish I'm playing with my more spell-heavy board control deck. Even though it's a little bit slower. I think that's one of my struggles, is finding a deck that is versatile, that will go fast, and has solutions for lots of different situations. And so this is interesting. Putting out.
It's looking really rough, being honest. At this point now, he has.
It's pretty rough for Edward's son. Especially looking at now. This would be a good time to play.
Yes, it would.
KT.
Although, let's look at this Warriors cards. It's almost at the point where he'll be able to win on the next turn. But he's going to do that, and then that'll allow him to kill the dire wolves and still maintain those 2 minions on the board. But he only has 14 health, and the warrior has 6. 5 attack.
Can do 5 damage at least.
So it could be a little bit rough. And then with Cruel Taskmaster, he'll be able to make it do 7. So I can't see all of his cards exactly, but it looks like he's getting really close towards lethal, and that's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Back to work.
He also has Brawl, which, not a whole lot of sense in playing that right now, but
yeah. And now
if he had to clear the board, he could.
Hunt you down.
Oh, the I will hunt you down comment, huh?
Oh yeah, getting a little bit saucy.
That's actually game. Well, it's looking really, really, really close. Yeah, actually, I think that's game. That is game. On the next turn, if the hunter isn't able to play some form of taunt, he has a chance with
Animal Companion, a 1 in 3 chance.
Yes, he does.
For that to be a taunt, and he'll have to take that chance.
Let's hope.
To my side.
And he lucked out there, didn't he?
He did. But I'm still trying to see if it's enough. Unless he'd have.
Does he go all face here?
The only way he'd be able to survive is if he runs both of those 4/3s into the 5/5. Oh, he attacked the wrong one. No, he couldn't actually. Yeah, no, there was nothing he could do there.
And that was about the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's not enough.
This is not a good situation.
Yeah, and then he's going
back to work.
I think 11?
12. Oh yeah, 12. There you go.
Yeah.
buffing it with the cool Taskmaster.
Hey, nice, easy. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, that was a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it was. It's just unfortunate. The warrior is really, I think, favored in general in the hunter matchup.
Yeah, and
you got to keep in mind to do that awkward. But yeah, it's just it played out the way you would expect.
Hey, Hot Rod 49, how are you doing?
Hunters need something to really synergize either beasts or death rattle. Fortunately, they have some cards that are actually both. They have obviously the web spinner, which is both death rattle and beasts.
Absolutely.
And then you have Savannah Highmane, which is also death rattle and beast. And so, you want cards that kind of synergize in that. They can also run. I can't think of the name of the card now. It's in my deck too. It's a minion that every time a beast dies, it gains attack and damage. Anyone remember?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's so bad I can't.
It's like, what is it? Is it like a 3-drop? It's not.
I believe it's a 3-drop. Alrighty, so we're gonna have a conversation right now with Tech Casualty.
Doc Nemo.
Doc Nemo, obviously. But so how'd you feel about that match? What
I felt good. It's warrior control, so it's kind of just outlasting him. And eventually, I had a huge hand, and he had like 1 or 2 cards at best. And trying to catch back up is a big problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it was just control, knocking out minions one at a time until I could slam down Garrosh and do the big damage.
Right.
Awesome. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy. He was a great opponent. I'm pleased.
When you saw his deck originally, were you surprised by how unorthodox it was? What were you thinking?
It was a very unorthodox. I was actually very worried. The first time we played the Shades of Not Trauma is really pumping up was a big problem for that particular deck. It was definitely an unorthodox deck, but it was interesting. I wanted to see what he was going to do with the slimes.
I see. Yeah. That's what my thinking. If he had some sort of buffer.
Right. Yeah.
Well, either way, you're in winners, and good luck in your next match.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
There we go.
Nice.
And here we are, Tech Casualty.
No. Edward's son.
Edward's son. Oh my gosh, I am confusing the internet names. Just gonna give everybody a new internet name every time they arrive here.
The next person.
And Edward's son. You definitely tried to kind of run a little bit of a control deck, get the board control out there quickly. Had a lot of low cost, what you would call a budget deck, with lots of low cost minions. How are you feeling?
I feel like I really enjoyed dueling against my opponent. He was a really good opponent to duel against. It was not a good matchup for me because, like my opponent says, he just outlasted me with all the armor plating. But I felt like it was a good game. We did our best. I felt like neither of us were holding back. It was a really fun match.
It's a very fun match to cast.
Yeah, it was actually. That first time before the reset, your Shades of Naxxramas had really pumped up.
I was bummed about the reset.
I think someone said the internet here just doesn't like you.
Yeah,
it
does seem like there's a.
I get my beef sticks on the table, and then the internet takes them away.
Yeah,
but you're
okay.
a fantastic sport, and it's definitely. And this is a double elimination bracket.
It is a double elimination bracket, so you have more. So we look forward to seeing more of you. Maybe you can kind of redeem yourself, and you can still make it all the way to the grand finals.
There you go.
It's very possible.
All right, yeah, but it was cool playing against my opponent. It was cool. It was a fun match.
That's a great attitude. All right, we'll look forward to seeing more of you, man.
All right, and Blylescape 12, not sure what Blylescape 12 is saying. Noob Zero, how are you doing tonight? White Skies, how are you doing? This is not fair. And Boom Doctor says such a good attitude.
So yes, I do agree that he has a really great attitude about it. I think it's
I think the part of the philosophy of this show is that we're here to have fun.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, we're here to have fun, give out some NVIDIA swag, and hopefully have some fantastic Hearthstone gameplay.
Yeah, for sure.
Reese BBK wants to cast. He says we're awkward. He wants to come here and be like, hey. I'm gonna.
I think you were talking about the hashtag, but anyway, we'll move on. So we're looking at the bracket now.
There you go.
And so far we have Doc Nemo winning the very first match. Was that the first match of the tournament?
Tonight of the bracket. Tonight
of the bracket. Yeah. Okay. So Doc Nemo moves on. Lester I think had a bye. So I think right now we might be running Dart versus Toy Hammered.
Toy Hammered. Now these are some interesting names. Dart versus Toy Hammered.
Dart is particularly interesting because I believe a lot of he's been in the scene for quite some time.
There you go.
I feel like he is, as Jeff Katz was a favorite last week.
You think Dart is a favorite here? You think he's kind of an OG, being like, hey, I'll do this Hearthstone tournament.
Let me show y'all what's good.
I'll show y'all what's up.
Now, the only thing is, because of the difference in this bracket, it's almost like a coin toss because it's not 2 out of 3, there's no banning, so it's kind of just going all in. And so it could be anything here. It's interesting. It could be. And I think it's always interesting, as someone who's competed in previous tournaments and things like that, it's really interesting when you go to other tournaments because people are looking and expecting certain outcomes. But with games, anything can happen, especially with a game like Hearthstone. So there's always that pressure.
Yeah, so you're saying like there's the pressure to maintain your brand of gameplay style.
Perfect way of saying it.
And are we starting? It looks like we are entering another game.
Yeah, but yeah, the brand thing is that's exactly what it is. It's the same way how I'd imagine if someone was performing on Jimmy Kimmel and singing a song, it would require a little bit of pressure just to make sure that you maintain that brand.
Oh, absolutely.
For example, like singing Chocolate Rain or something on Jimmy Kimmel Live. You have that pressure. But anyway, so the matchup is Mage versus Paladin. Oh, he has Echo of Medivh. I want that card.
Would it count to be friendly minion?
And he's running the Death Lord.
You asked
into
for
your hand.
I will rise with honor.
That is a pretty tough and interesting deck.
Yes, it is. As I was explaining,
and they're all fairly affordable drops. There's a very strong 2 and 3 drops to start a game with.
So he got the Cold Light Oracle back. So far, this. Okay, and he has a duplicate. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous. Is it a mill deck? Okay, we have to figure this out. We'll see. We'll see as the game goes on. Okay, so now we have the Paladin versus the Mage, and I actually like Mage over Paladin in most situations.
Interesting.
The hero power can directly hit his hero power and completely nullify it.
Yeah, kind of nullify that.
Yeah. Actually, you guys might hear from Dart later on. Maybe if either of us gets tired, he might come on and fill for us a little bit.
And this is an interesting, it's interesting to run with a Doomsayer as a mage.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of almost an alternative to like some of the higher cross spells like Flame Strike and some of the other options because you will clear the board.
Yeah.
With that.
I think, it's really interesting. Okay, so seeing the Doomsayer and the Death Lord and the Cold Light Oracle, I think it seems like this would be a mill deck, but it's so it's very uncommon on a mage. In a mill deck, for those of you guys who might not know, is a deck that its goal is rather than to kill you and damage you naturally, it forces you to lose all of your cards and start dying from
fatigue.
Yes. And that's what it seems like this deck could be revolving around. It's just so interesting. I've never seen
Moonshine 724 thinks it's a mill deck.
Yeah, I think so too. Bad Singularity Spy also said that.
And so the question is, because Dart is taking some face damage,
Ice block. Yeah, this has to be it.
Yeah, that's make it to that point of fatigue.
Yes, he has Ice block, which will, I think, that's the card that will at the end whenever you're dealt fatal damage, you
prevent it
damage
becoming
is
immune,
nullified.
but only for a turn.
Yes.
And so he is playing the Death Lord, and again, this is the Death Lord is a card that forces the enemy to use a lot of cards to get rid of a single card.
But in exchange, when they do get rid of that card, they get a free minion on the board, which can be really catastrophic.
I would say Toy Hammer definitely has the advantage right now. It doesn't seem like Dart is going to have the endurance. Although the zombie chopper that'll buff Dart a little bit.
And he got Harrison Jones. Now see, this is a good thing because Harrison Jones has a battle cry, and so now that's gone. And then he also has a Doomsayer. But
would this be a good time for Doomsayer?
Well, he can play Doomsayer and Death Lord, which would but I think Doomsayer would still die.
What to do?
The board's a little full for that. He might just use his hero power and attack the 4/1.
Death does not scare me.
I think he almost has to do that.
And then try and get some more card draw on the other side, some more minions out there.
Yes.
I see Dart is definitely playing a very strategic game of trying to maximize the minion deployment on the other side. And to be honest, Toy Hammer is kind of playing into that right now.
Well, he got rid of his Quartermaster so that he can't use that on his Silverhand recruits. This is really interesting. I want to see how this plays out. I've never seen a Mill Mage before, and so it's looking really seems so funky. His health is getting critical.
And you almost kind of wonder, is this the time, like I said, for Doomsayer?
The thing with Doomsayer is he has to survive. Yeah. And if he doesn't survive, then it's instantly, that's game. And he has 7 health. Now he can, if he heal bots, it'll heal him for 8 damage and put a 3/3 out there. And he can destroy the 3/1, which will also give him 3/4, which I don't feel like he's in too desperate a situation.
There are solutions, most definitely.
Yes. And then, oh my gosh, I love this deck right now, the way it's looking.
Sludge Belcher.
Yes.
Definitely has the heal bot, which, he is far from down and out.
Yes, and he has the Explosive Sheep. And Explosive Sheep, if he plays that card, he can use his hero power on the sheep itself. He just ended his turn. That was it. That's all he had mana for. It's turn 6.
And so he basically just boosted his health.
He gave himself 8 health, but he also I guess
the other thing is when that 3/1 dies, he's gonna have
he doesn't
5
have any
more
spells that he needs right now. And him attacking with that Sludge Belcher puts him at risk for the Explosive Sheep.
And then, yeah, that is a tough situation.
So if he did the Explosive Sheep now, and he'll still have enough for another Death Lord. And that'll hold him for 5 health.
Death does not scare me.
Let's see. He can't die this turn. Oh, wait a minute. He has a weapon down there. I was looking. And it just, that's, I think.
That is tough.
Yeah, that's really
that could be the game. Yeah. We're coming quite close to lethal here.
Yes. Flame Strike? That would actually clear the board. Oh, no, it won't. Flame Strike would not clear the board.
Because you have this 4/5. And he can't Flame Strike and ping with the current mana.
You know what? He can Ice Block and Sludge Belcher.
And what is this?
Wait, what is he looking for? Okay, if he's doing this, then I guess he's insisting on playing the Ice Block. I don't think he has a choice.
He's playing the Ice Block, and then would he put out Doomsayer?
Okay, he instead decided to ping the 4/5 so that next turn
he can Flame Strike
and get rid of everything, except there's a piloted Shredder on the board, so it'll also still be able to damage him. And the Paladin intelligently did the Consecration first to put him down to 1 health, so that no matter what, he'll die.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah,
this is not looking good for Dart.
No, it isn't. Because even if he
heal
was,
box,
huh?
Even if he heal box, which you just drew.
Yeah, and if he Flame Strikes here, we were able to see that. Yeah, that was it. Because he had a weapon, and that was it. It just didn't go well enough for him. This Paladin was able to rush him effectively. Yeah. I don't like 2 of the people in the chat right now, but it's okay. We're gonna move past that.
Oh, that happens sometimes.
They're my friends, and they're definitely joshing with me right now. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
But let's see. TOF6112 says the skill strike.
I like it. I like it. That game, it didn't work out right.
But you could see very clearly what each side was attempting to do. And for the good portion of that, it looked like either side could win.
Yes, and I think had that Mill Mage gone up against a warrior, like a control warrior, I think it would have worked out pretty well for him. But it's just unfortunate that.
I am surprised he held on to the Doomsayers for as long as he did, even if you have to stay alive.
It could have drawn a lot of the damage from the board, and he had another one on there. So, okay, so we're gonna have first with this. What's your name again?
Toy Hammer.
Toy Hammer, and you were the Paladin. Yes, you were. Okay,
you were the victor.
The victor.
Yes, I was.
So, what were your thoughts going into that match when you first saw what he was playing?
Well, before we knew it was gonna be a friendlier match, so. Made him like a lot less worrisome. Because I knew coming into here, my friend said it'll be funny if you play against Dart first. And I'm like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, live up to that? Was it funny?
It was. It was funny for about like 5 seconds, and we realized this isn't really funny.
Then he just got in that
just gotta go.
competition.
Yeah.
Competition mode. All right. And so clearly you were able to maintain some board control.
Yes.
From the outset, never really lose that. Did at any point feel like you were putting too much out there, making yourself vulnerable by putting all of those assets out there, vulnerable to Flame Strike, vulnerable to Doomsayer, and whatever the other options are?
Turn 4 about when I played the Shielded Minibot and the 1/1 Paladin, I realized it was like 6 creatures already. I was already overextending a lot, and I wasn't happy because I knew that there's going to be something like a Flame Strike, something coming up that's going to slow me down. But once he started playing those Death Lords and they got the duplicate, I'm like, oh, I have a Black Knight. Let's just get to turn 6.
Yeah, and I think you had that board control, like you said, around 4, and so you still had 3 turns before the Flame Strike, and fortunately I didn't see any Frost and Overthrow to really slow it down, so it kind of worked out for you. I'm really interested to see how that deck does later on. But either way, very good job. You really rushed him really hard. You had, it was too much. It was too much by the time he was able to even start playing those things. And Death Lord, that's why I say that card is so traumatic, because if you play it and you give them the wrong minion, it can create big problems. And he gave you the 5/4, Harrison Jones.
I mean, yeah, that was didn't matter. He's vanilla anyway.
Yeah.
I don't see him playing like a Blingtron or something.
All right, well, good job. Alrighty, good luck in the next tournament.
You're getting that handshake down. And now do we have...
Hello.
We have Dart.
How are you?
Hey, Dart.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
All right. So there's kind of a debate. Was that a Mill Mage deck? Was that kind of the...
It absolutely was.
Get into a fatigue game?
I mean, it's a fun tournament. I thought, why not bring a fun deck?
Yeah, it was very fun. Now, did at any point you think of putting Doomsayer out a little bit earlier?
No, not at all. Because the issue is, if you put out Doomsayer too early with that deck, and they happen to be able to kill it, Then if you draw the Frost Nova later, it's completely useless. The way to win with that deck is to actually let them overextend like he did, and kind of hope to draw into the Frost Nova, which I really never did. I mean, it's an okay deck. I just wanted to bring it for fun, and
it was very fun to watch.
It was very fun. I was
very
particularly
suspenseful.
intrigued because I love Mage. I don't run it that often. I love Mage, and that's my normal. I've never ran a mill Mage. I've never even seen a mill Mage. And in hindsight now, if that Frost Nova had come, it would have completely changed the direction of that match. And that's what I was looking for. Like, how is he going to get these? And now I see it was the Frost. Yeah,
it was a deck made originally by Freshka, popularized by Savage, which are both big Hearthstone players. And it's actually a really good deck normally against Paladin because they flood the board. If you wipe it, then they have no way to quickly come back. And then at that point, you just keep throwing down your big taunts and just keep answering every little thing. I even put unfortunately, I wasn't able to show it. The only way a Paladin can normally beat that deck is by throwing out their Tyrion into a Doomsday or allowing the Tyrion to die, getting the weapon. So I had an acidic Swamp Ooze in the deck, just waiting for that.
Right.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it.
Do you think, I don't know if you want to give away too much, but do you think you might run that deck again because it's a double elimination bracket?
I wanted to run the first time just because it is a double elimination, but now I might actually do one of the decks I've been using on ladder. So we'll see.
So now we're going to see Sirius start.
Maybe. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I'll flip a coin on that one.
All right. Well, good luck on your next matches.
Thank you very much. Keep up the good casting.
That was a fun game.
Yes, it was. Okay, so now we have the next. We have the bracket in front of us, and we can see what the next match is.
And are we going with Lestro versus Doc Nemo next?
Doc Nemo, yeah. And Doc Nemo already won the first match. And who was he running? Was he running? He was running the Control Warrior.
He was.
Yes, and then we haven't seen Lester Yo.
I think it's funny, no matter what game I play, so Claire, whatever you want to call it, because it's kind of funny how people are sometimes more confident in chat than they are in real life.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of that's what life does to us.
And I think the anonymity, it kind of helps people get more confidence, and that's great. We get to see.
Of course, we have to be confident on the air. Nothing anonymous about us, and it is fantastic to. Oh, hello. Is this Todd? Is this Todd? Todd, how are you doing?
Good to see you, Tay. Good to see you, Fanatiq. For you guys just watching the stream, I'm Todd. I'm one of the producers here, and we just wanted to thank you all for joining us. We got the next players getting lined up. You guys are doing great, folks out there. All of you watching, tweet, Facebook, my Friendster. I don't know what the kids do these days, but you guys should all spread the word because we got Tay Zonday here. We got Fanatiq casting the People's Hearthstone show.
Yes.
This is a new show. It's for us, the people. I suck at Hearthstone, but I'm learning a lot watching this show. I'm learning a lot from you because you're new at this.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm learning a lot from you because you've been doing this a long time. 55 years old. 55.
Well, 56 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, just look it, man. You're like Denzel Washington. You never age.
Yeah.
Anywho, but guys, if you guys out there and you have some friends, let them know that we're streaming this right now and come and watch. We want a lot of people watching this because the more people watching, the more fun the chat is, all right? Absolutely. All right, that's all. I just wanted to say hi. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Tay. You want a hug?
Oh, sure, because, Tommy Extreme was just saying Tay not getting much love for the handshakes.
Yeah, what's going on? Because you know why? Because this is why. This is like camera friendly, right?
Yeah, you see, like, and like,
and then when they come around,
it's like, what are we gonna do? I don't even know what to do.
Wing Chun, everybody, Wing Chun.
There you go. There you go. So,
okay, I'm gonna go downstairs. I'll see you.
Oh man.
Oh gosh, I got to get better at this. This is amazing.
56 in 2 weeks. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Seriously.
Yeah. It's
Sorry, one more bit. Lester Cho is not in the game. It's Rochester. Lester Yo. Sorry, Lester Yo is not in the game. It's Rochester.
Okay. Rochester. Okay. So the bracket is mislabeled.
Rochester.
Lester is Rochester, like the city, Rochester.
Yeah. And listen, this handshake thing is amazing.
Oh, yeah, wow! You're still beaming.
Yeah, it feels
from
so
the handshake.
Good,
I mean, seriously. I mean, I can see behind that smile. That was some seriously like medicinal handshake action.
I know. I love this. I gotta get better. I don't know. I don't like what Jeff is saying. I feel like there's something behind it, and I'm not feeling it.
You don't know that that's Jeff. It could be a troll.
No, no,
It could be someone taking his name.
Oh, it could be.
It could be someone pretending to be the actual Jeff.
It could be. It could be actually. The E is before the O. You just don't know anymore.
That's true. You don't. Yeah, you're never sure.
Absolutely. So okay. So I'm.
Oh, come on, Jeff. I bring the sass and sultriness to the show. Seriously.
I think you bring a lot of things to the show.
Oh, well, thank you
bring
very
the celebrity appeal. You bring the amazing voices people just come by to listen to.
Well, thank you.
You relate to the people that are watching because you're learning with them as well. I think there's a lot.
And 0x1 says this better than all other streams. I appreciate that very much as well.
It's like just like how the NVIDIA Shield tablet is better than all of the other tablets out there.
It really is the best gaming tablet.
It is.
And are we entering a game?
Yes, we are.
We are. Rochester and then Tech Casualty.
Okay, and so we have Rochester on Rogue and Tech Casualty on Priest. Now, Tech Casualty, before he won, he ran the Control Warrior. That's Doc Nemo. Okay, so now we got to see if he's running a Control Priest.
And let's see, what is Rochester responding with? That is an interesting choice.
Blue Gore. I think he's
gonna go for the face.
Yeah, he's gonna rush him down as fast as possible
with a rogue.
Rogues are pretty rush heavy too. The thing is, I think priests are really good at stalling that game out. So this can be rough.
That's the thing. It's like going for the face against a priest. That's almost counterintuitive because they have such great recovery power.
And someone said that this priest might. Was that a priest better diddle hard? Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh gosh, I don't know what was on Mastermind's mind, but back to the game.
Right.
Hey, holy moly.
Yeah, I shouldn't have read that one.
Sometimes you say that image. I did not need that image in my head.
Absolutely not. Okay, so the rogue, he has the taunts in there. It's definitely not rush heavy.
I would play the taunt at this point. I think that's the best bang for the mana. And then go for now that is interesting. That is an interesting trade there. Or not trade, but to run that into that. I guess because it has a death rattle.
Yes.
You might as well get that down a little bit and you're gonna get some health out of it eventually.
And he gets to keep on
because the Arcanine, that was a smart play.
Was it though? I'm still wondering.
Well, I'm looking. What else does he have in his deck?
He has
use the
Circle of Healing.
He has.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, so he's definitely gonna. Okay, no.
He has Holy Smite. Has another Holy Smite.
I'm very confused. Okay, all right. See, this is the interesting thing about this, is because of the fact that I don't know their decks. Then when they're playing, I don't understand what they're doing.
And then you see what pops up. It's like, that's another interesting factor.
Sense. Yeah.
But yeah, Tech Casualty definitely has another Circle of Healing, Holy Smite. Shadow Word Death. A lot of control cards at this point. And Rochester definitely not getting rid of that.
Well, the thing is, he can't heal that card.
Yeah.
Because his hero power is now an attack instead. So.
So that raises the question: is he going to play his Holy Smite to knock out the 2/1, or go all the way, do Circle of Healing?
If he does so, he'll also destroy
the Arcanine.
Yes.
But isn't that going to die next time anyway?
They probably would.
So this would not. You kind of want to get more value out of Circle of Healing, ideally. You want to clear more board with it, but in this situation, I think he's figuring he's enough ahead that he can just put out more minions. He doesn't have to ditch the Circle of Healing. Now that, I didn't understand that.
No, because he could have done the Circle of Healing and then played the minion, but I don't see why you would want to give him the 5 health. But
not quite what was planned.
That is exactly not quite what was planned. But guess what? You know what was planned? The People Hearthstone show, to kind of show people these situations so that they can see the difference.
And you know, you rarely get to see a match because we're able to see both sides here, and we're able to see the cards on each side, and that's what's really fun about doing this show to me. Is you can see not just what's on the board, but the intricacies of each thought process and each deck. And you don't get that in most situations.
You don't. And again, I think it's so much easier when you're not there in the seat and there's no pressure. And sometimes nerves really affects your decisions.
Absolutely.
And
that rope is coming and you're just kind of like slinging stuff around. Like, gotta get that out there.
Yeah, just slinging stuff. And you know, and I think, yeah, this is very funny. I like looking at the reactions of the chat sometimes because they're as bewildered as I am sometimes, and I think it's great. I think it's a really good learning experience.
And so Rochester's still kind of doing the face strategy against the priest. And you know, as you say, the priest has a direct counter for that. So, well, that's interesting. You see Rag coming in there, Rag Neuros.
Okay,
would it be too risky to put that out there now? Dealing 1 damage on a card, still going for the face.
Yes, and he did that so that he would buff his weapon because it gives it 2.
It's interesting to put out Sludge Belcher.
Well, I guess it's good for the taunt, and I see this acidic Swampoo's. It's when you're playing against.
I'll just call it Swampoo's, the Sludge Belcher.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Swampoo's you want to play that.
I thought Swampoo's, and then it looks like a Sludge Belcher. It looks like the Sludge Belcher's Death Rattle.
The name easily. They could easily switch the names, and it would work.
Yeah, it's like it looks so sludgy.
But yeah, he did that, and I think, that's really smart. So he put out the Nurture Cleric, so as he heals the minion, he gets a card draw from it. It removes 2 of the damage from the Spiteful Smith, so he doesn't have the Enrage anymore. So that works. That was actually a pretty.
And then he's taking out the Sludge Belcher with that.
Swampoo's, yes. And
why am I calling that the Sludge?
It's already stuck in your head.
I'm gonna call that the Sludge. They look like they're family members.
Yes,
like they look like their brother and sister, right? Sludge Belcher, Swampoo's. I mean,
brothers from different mothers.
Brothers from a different.
Absolutely.
Okay, they do look like brothers from a different mother.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, the good thing is he gets to play that card because the priest is never going to have a weapon. So
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's thinking of taking out this dark cultist, but
is he really about that though? Okay, I guess maybe he can. I don't Iron Beak.
Yeah,
this is rough.
Kind of going for the face, trying to ignore that 1/8.
Yeah, it's really heavy in Rocketeer's.
Now, is this the time for Ragnaros?
You know, I feel like yes, it is
because you have the 1/8 there. You have the hero at 12.
Don't silence it.
That is not the play I would have made.
No, it's looking a little suspect. I'm not gonna lie.
I would have put out Rag and then taken the gamble of taking them down to 4 or taking that out as it was because it's only doing 1 damage. And
okay, so he has Vol'jin as the priest. I think it could be game over.
You think it could be lethal?
Must consider.
I don't think the priest can recover from this.
Yeah, we're looking at the priest cards. He has another Arcanine. Boom, but yeah, there isn't a whole lot of.
What? Oh, he healed. Oh, poor thing. So he healed the Spiteful Smith, expecting to draw the card, but he forgot that it had been silenced, and so he couldn't draw a card from it anymore.
Yeah. It's like a mistake I would make.
Yeah, you know, it can happen.
It happens. You forget. You're in the moment. The picture looks almost the same. You don't always see that pink ribbon. Like, oh gosh, that's.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. There were a few misplays there, and it might have cost him the match. He might have had a shot there, had it not been for those misplays.
And definitely Rochester coming out on top here.
Yeah, and yeah, that was rough. That was rough, man. That was a little rough. Talented Goat, you know, I think you probably should register for these tournaments, but it's important to remember that this tournament is more about fun, you know, and you know, the attitude is equally as important as the
as the outcome. And you know, I think it's an attitude that when people are playing on the NVIDIA Shield tablet, it's easy to have because it's fun. I mean, it's portable. Play with it, take it with you.
Yes, and that's very fun. Very cool. All right, so now we have Rochester here with us. You are the winner here.
Yeah, I know.
How did that feel?
I was very surprised, actually. Not gonna lie.
Oh, how long have you been playing Hearthstone?
Since November, like November 1st, November 2nd. So maybe like the last 4 months.
Okay, that's really good. So you won this is your first tournament that you've ever entered?
Yeah.
And you won your first match.
Yeah, I actually wasn't even supposed to come this week. I was actually unprepared. I guess someone didn't come, so like she's like, oh, like are you here this week? I'm like, I'm next week. She's like, well, you're here this week now. So I was like, okay. So I just went in and I just.
There you go, saving the day, Rochester, saving the day.
Thanks.
And you saved the place.
Oh yeah.
Now in any case, because you know when you're going for the face game against the priest, that's always a risky strategy. Yeah. You're trying to wear the priest down and kind of get on top there. Whenever I see Ragnaros there and you have the mana to play it, I always kind of be like, yeah, that's a hard card to not play.
Yeah.
Where you kind of like going eeny, meeny, miny mode. You put out the more taunts and you play Rag.
I actually thought about playing him the last turn, but I didn't just because I was like, oh, he's probably gonna have like big game hunter, or he's gonna have that one. I can't remember what it's called. You know, destroy a minion with above 5 health, and I was like, it's gonna be good. Yeah. I thought I was gonna just play that very next turn, so I was like, just be conservative. And I wanted to get his, life like low enough where I could play Rag, and if it got the face, you know, there's a potential win.
I see.
There you go.
Well, thank you for saving the day, and we look forward to seeing more of you in the next tournament match.
Can I do a shout out?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Hey, Bird. That's all.
Oh, all right. Hey,
all right.
Hey, Bird. All right.
All right. You guys have a good one.
All righty. And now we have Doc Nemo, who won his last match.
Right, yeah.
So how'd you feel about that one?
That one I felt I had some misplays that I was very unhappy with. And also, just the draw wasn't there. There were cards that were sitting in my hand doing nothing. Yeah.
I see.
But otherwise, it went well.
So this time you wanted to go with the priest as opposed to the warrior.
Yeah.
What was the reason for that decision?
Honestly, it was because he stated that he was a newer player, and I didn't want to blow him out of the water with a warrior deck.
Oh, that was very nice.
It was very nice. It's a casual environment.
It's a kind of,
and I'm glad that you understand.
And you know what is actually great to me to hear from players, because you're the second player tonight to say that this is an environment where you feel free to be experimental, and take a risk, kind of have an exhibition deck, do something a little bit unorthodox, and see how it plays and see how it goes. And that's exactly the type of environment that we're trying to cultivate here with the People's Hearthstone Show.
Yes.
Right. It's Twin Galaxies. It's all fun. I mean, you guys do stuff that's, you know, talking and enjoying yourself rather than that super hard edge competitive. Though there's that super hard edge competitive too.
Yeah, I think they're both very important communities. I think it's really important that we establish this to help people learn the game.
Yeah.
Thank you for being part of that, Doc.
No problem.
Look for it. You know it's a double elimination.
Right.
You won your first
I got
one,
my second game.
Yes, so you can still whip out that warrior.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
There you go.
All right, good luck in your next matches, man.
Best of luck.
There we go.
These things. What?
And here we go. SR Land, good to see you in the chat. I see SR Land in my stream, and a Rogue Demon. All right, and are we on this bracket? We see the bracket. Terry in and Toy. Fanatiq just has these laughing fits, and you just have to you have to forgive him. It's kind of a medical issue, and we work around it. So he's gonna laugh for about 2 more minutes.
So sorry.
And then that handshake was not that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was magic for me. That was magic. That was magic.
Oh, really?
Oh,
all
gosh.
right. Yeah. Okay. So Terry and Toy Hammered are going to be starting this very shortly, right?
Yes.
No, we don't know. Hopefully.
Okay. I think that someone said the stream went down because of that handshaking.
Okay. Well, you know me. My handshakes, they radiate like that.
Absolutely.
My handshakes take out the internet. Yeah. So, that's really the cause of some of the the internet spottiness here is, the wires go like, hey, Tay, you've been shaking hands like that. And they're like, wow, this is totally not going anywhere. I was
waiting.
You were waiting for the punchline?
Yes, I was waiting.
And the punchline just didn't happen.
It didn't.
It was just like, it was going to flatline and go flat, and it just, there was no... It started like flatline. Like, there was no rescuing that.
Absolutely.
Although, it's fun to personify wires. Like a wire cartoon. Yeah. I think.
Look, I think the important thing is that we tried it.
We tried it, and we're moving on.
Yes, we are.
That's really what's important about it. Just like the People Hearthstone tournament. People try a deck,
yes,
and then it's like it doesn't.
If it doesn't pan out, you just move on.
They move on, and we all learn. Lost. We all learn from it. There's nothing lost.
Absolutely.
And so, complex LOL. The NVIDIA Shield tablet is fantastic, and thanks to NVIDIA for sponsoring this.
Absolutely.
Because I think this is, and I think it goes, the NVIDIA Shield tablet goes so well with the philosophy of this show, which is to really expand Hearthstone to the taste and the accessibility of everyday gamers.
Absolutely.
And, the tablet, you can take it with you wherever you are.
And we are going to our next match, which will be...
I hear the match starting.
Yes.
There we go.
It's a Toy Hammer versus Tarian. And I'm trying to remember. Okay, so Toy Hammer is that.
That is an interesting. I can't figure this deck out over here that Tarian has.
Okay, so he has an Innervate in the Wild Growth, so it's kind of to rush, to rush his deck. And Toy Hammer just was really unlucky in the cards that he's drawing.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have anything.
Can't do anything with Sylvanas.
Yes.
Can't do anything with Shield Slam. Oh gosh, 2 Shield Slams and an Acolyte.
Right.
No good happening there.
And this is very rough. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he did an Innervate and immediately so that he can rush he did an Innervate immediately to rush the Shade of Naxxramas, which really early it can pick up that.
It can pick up those numbers very quickly.
Yeah.
And gosh, Toy Hammer just not lucky on the draws here at all. Like a Shield Maiden, an Acolyte, Ragnaros. These are definitely not useful early on.
That was literally one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Okay.
Oh, what?
Yeah, no, I'm still stuck in that handshake. It was amazing.
Oh, wow. All right. I'll have to look at the footage. I mean, that might be like the therapeutic handshake.
Yes, it was. Hey. It was definitely. Okay, so, all right, at this point now, the Druid already has, a lot of, the control of the board. And
yeah, and Toy Hammer definitely needs to draw some.
Which gave him a Murloc 2-1.
And then using some of that Shield Slam, now that he has the ability to control a little bit with it.
Yeah, and he got to play the Azure Drake, which was on the curve. And then he attacked with the Shade of Naxxramas, which is going to damage him, which is a little bit questionable only because Execute would terminate that card while he has that single damage there.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, it's questionable.
And so at this point, he could Armor Smith and Shield Slam, or use his Hero Power and Shield Slam, take out the 4/4 or the 5/4. So that Shield of Naxxramas, yeah, there we go. He's taking out the 5/4 with the Shield Slam. Or no, with the, pardon me, with the Death's Bite, rather. I stand corrected. And,
so the next thing here is, the next time the Warrior attacks, it'll destroy the Bluegill, I think it's Bluegill Warrior, because its Death Rattle for that weapon deals 1 damage to everything.
Yeah, because otherwise, if it weren't for that weapon's Death Rattle, I would have just used the Shield Slam in that situation. I find it interesting that he's taking damage and using Death's Bite, but I guess, he's putting out the Armor Maiden and Shield Maiden. Shield Maiden. Yeah. Armor Maiden, Shield Maiden. She gives him armor.
Yeah.
If I had a Shield Maiden, I'd call her Armor Maiden. Oh, how you doing, Armor Maiden? Like Armor Maiden, I need some armor. So Shield Maiden, be my Armor Maiden.
I respect you turn on that swag voice.
It's like, hey, the Shield Maiden, you can be my Armor Maiden any day. All right.
It happened, and I let it happen. I'm equally responsible.
And here we go. This is a good time for Sylvanas.
Okay, so yeah, he did the Sylvanas, and he really has a very commanding lead over him right now. Like, the warrior, you know, it's a warrior. He still has 25 health, or 25 effective health because of his armor. I'm wondering if they'll ever add a card that completely eradicates all armor. That'd be so deadly.
How many mana would that card? That's the chocolate pain. We were talking about what are you going to do with that chocolate pain?
That's it.
We're on the campaign to make the chocolate pain card.
Yes.
Okay, and now it's time for Ragnaros.
Yes, and you know, I don't know if I respect the Ragnaros, because if it attacks the Sylvanas right now, he could steal that.
That is very...
He did.
Oof.
And now he can build up the taunt.
Oof.
I think he might have just given that game over. I don't know if that was a wise choice right there.
You did not want that to happen. No. That is...
Now he has two taunts out there.
That is the type of play Sylvanas is made for.
Oh, this is dangerous now. I don't know about that.
Ooh, that was a turnaround.
That was rough. That was rough.
Ooh, yeah.
The beast in my sight.
Oh, there you go.
Big game hunter. I just don't know still that this is gonna work out. I don't. That play might have hurt him.
He's putting the armor smith up there.
Let's see.
Definitely going back and forth quite a bit here in terms of board control. It's an exciting game to watch in terms of that. Would you say Toy Hammered is on top in this situation again? He's definitely not on top of card.
Right, and he was able to steal the Shield Maiden, and he can still play the Dr. Boom. In fact, I still think that Tyrion is in the lead here. What?
And there's Swipe. Oh my gosh, taking off everything there. And still hasn't used the coin. Still put it. Oh gosh. Ooh.
These
definitely
these are interesting
not
plays.
Looking good for Tyrion right now.
Well, with Tyrion's on the left, he has 15 damage.
Pardon me, not looking good for Toy Hammer.
Yes.
The T's, they're confusing me. T. You know, you gotta match people up with different letters.
Yes.
Not looking good for the Warriors, is what I wanted to say.
He's gonna play the Gorehow.
That is interesting.
Yes. You know, it's still swinging. You know, it's still swinging.
This
They're both swinging out
back and
all
forth.
kinds of cards.
This is swung back and forth. And Dr. Balance comes out for Tyrion. And Toy Hammer does not have a lot of draw at this point. That would be the main concern. The Sludge Belcher would be kind of time for that play. Brawl! Is this a time for Brawl?
It's absolutely.
I think this is time for Brawl.
Absolutely. And of course, the dream is that one of the Boombot stays alive. And it's not. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is you hate to see that kind of thing happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely hit him with that top deck. And I think he has lethal.
Where shall I strike?
Oh yeah, you know. Oh gosh, yeah. With these charges, we are getting into.
Yeah, it's lethal.
Yeah, this is lethal. This is lethal right here.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Tyrion takes it as the board goes back and forth many times in that game.
Yes, it did. That was a very volatile game.
Very volatile.
That one play with the
the Sylvanas stealing the Ragnaros.
I don't know.
That was a tough situation in terms of putting that Ragnaros out. Was that kind of the mistake?
Yeah, I feel
changed that momentum.
Risky. And because he has a 50% chance
of hitting a minion or hitting him,
and then Sylvanas had a 33% chance of taking that card.
And so yeah, that was just a gamble that did not pay off in that situation.
Not at all. What would be the odds of that, I guess, if you're actually doing the math? Would that be 16.65?
Oh, are we done? Yeah, I guess he would multiply the, yeah.
Okay. Either way, that was very risky. It was very risky. Tyrion. Alrighty, so we have Tyrion here, and he's going to kind of explain this. And you were the victor?
Huh?
Which one were you? Were you the one that won?
Yeah, I'm the one who played Druid.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on that match, and where do you think the turning point was? Because it seemed kind of volatile in the beginning.
I mean, like from beginning, I didn't have the perfect hand, pretty much. Like, you know, the shade at the first turn, and then like the curve was really nice. And then the point was that like where my Shyvanas take out his leg.
Yes.
Because like if it doesn't happen, he might kill my Dr. Boom with the BGH. Then I might not have to lead all stuff. So yeah.
That kind of worked out for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that play with the Sylvanas, do you think that was pivotal, like in him playing the Ragnaros there and giving that away, or do you feel like it was pretty much already yours regardless?
Well, there was like, I think there was, I mean, even he doesn't play like he has to, you know, because even he killed my Shyvanas, like I could still like one over the Shoot Maiden, and then like I pretty much have the pretty good board control. And I thought about he may want to play leg here, but I have the BGH like on my hand, so I was kind of prepared for that.
Have you ever gotten a better result from playing a Sylvanas?
Well, no, it was like one of the best ones though.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
I was really lucky with that.
Yeah, so this kind of match, you know, winning that one, it can kind of build up your confidence. Do you think you're gonna proceed dauntless into the next matches?
Well, we'll see what's going on.
Okay, alrighty. Good luck on your next match.
Hey,
congratulations.
Thank you.
I think I may have Fanatiq beat on the awkward handshake. I just have it built in. Hard as he tries. And so we are here with. What was your name again?
Toy Hammer. After like 20 minutes. I'm so disappointed.
No.
Well, we don't have it up right now on the screen, but it was a very memorable play.
I knew. I told him before that happened, Rag's gonna miss because he always does. I'm probably gonna take him out. He's just really bad.
Oh, all right.
Well, okay, so in that play, because the board, you still had a pretty decent amount of control. But
you had a really bad draw to start out with.
Yes, you did.
I mean, that was a pretty terrible starting draw to recover from.
Going into this game, I didn't think I was winning. Any type of Drew deck completely kills Warrior. When he didn't, I expected him to combo so many times and he didn't have anything. And I'm just like, okay, I might as well just try. I need to just end this. So I'm like, okay, let's go with the Rag. And I'm like, I know it's gonna hit the Sylvanas. Please don't take the Rag while you're at it. And it does. I'm like, okay. There goes my big game hunter and everything else I need.
Yeah, that worked. Do you think maybe if you hadn't have done that, you might have won that game possibly?
Maybe. It's a really unfavorable matchup for me to begin with. So.
That is true. You know, sometimes you just draw. I mean, you deal with what you draw. And again, I mean, we started with like 2 shield slams and you know, a couple other things that you can't really use at the start of the game. So.
And it's, you know, being able to see both hands and what's going on it's easy for us to say like, oh, why, you know, but then I guess if you feel a certain amount of pressure in that situation, then you're kind of forced to take the risks that maybe we're on the other side, we're looking like, oh, maybe you didn't need to do that. But I guess in the match, not knowing what the opponent has, sometimes you're just led to do, you know, kind of go off of your gut.
I expect whenever you play against Druid, I always expect there to be the combo in their hand, or at least a Savage Roar, so I can't let them have 4 creatures.
Absolutely.
That's where the whole issue was.
And that was your first loss, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're still going to go on in the tournament.
Yes, I am.
Okay, absolutely.
Excited.
Good luck. All righty, man.
All right. Oh. The chat's gonna laugh at that when that gets out there.
I love it.
So we're on like what, a 20-second delay probably.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh.
I'd say it was more awkward though. I keep beating Fanatiq. I keep beating Fanatiq.
I'm competitive. You know, I'm gonna have to figure this out. I gotta work at it a little harder.
I think my awkward handshake game is one of the best. Everyone's be like, poor Tay, Louis 3103, how you doing? It's like I'm just trying to get a handshake here. Bila skips his Tay wreck.
Okay, so now we're under the bracket again. We're up to the semifinals.
Lester is that's not the name. Lester is replaced by
Rochester.
Rochester.
There we go.
And then although Rockcheck, I mean that's a pretty cool name too. And Tyrion, our most recent victor, is one of there.
Yes, and Yeah, I'm really excited for that match.
Oh, Moonshine724. Tay's carrying this broadcast harder than Kobe does the Lakers. Is this the latest Kobe? Because which Kobe are we talking about?
We're talking about the previous.
We're talking about the 200003 Kobe.
Yes. I still think he's the greatest player of all time. So anyway,
okay.
I did that, but yeah, this match can be interesting. Now they have the option of, instead of doing semifinals, they might switch to losers, to the loser side of the bracket.
Yeah, actually, I think we did that. This could be Toy Hammered versus Jedi Counselor coming up next. We'll have to see. Okay. And Boom Doctor, I'd give Tay a handshake. Oh, thank you, Boom Doctor.
Boom Doctor has a really, really good disposition. It's a pleasure to have him in the chat.
I know. We should really prop up Boom Doctor. Where's Blessed Gamer? Blessed Gamer didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, there. LM Shine says sing Chocolate Rain. I don't know, man. I'll sing LM Shine's Rain. LM Shine's rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. LM Shine's rain. A baby born will die before the sin. LM Shine's rain. This goes on for a while.
Yes, it does, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
It's like, there we go. And Matthew G. Spencer, Coco Rain. Okay, I guess that's a new one. That's the sequel. Escape 1, 2, 3. Sing Chocolate Rain or Riot.
There you go. They got what they wanted.
There we go.
And I respect that. So how if I may ask really quick, when did you first begin singing?
Todd's coming to you on a phone call.
We're going to the losers bracket right now.
That's what
and it's going to be Sun versus Toy Hammer.
Okay.
That's where we're at right now. So we're in the losers bracket right now.
All right.
Okay. So I think we're good. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that.
There we go.
No. Astronauts. I'm not smiling because I'm thinking about anything of the sort.
You're just smiling because you have a fantastic personality and you are a generally happy person.
Thank you. Well, it's hard not to be happy when you're at Twin Galaxies, studios, and you're here commentating an amazing show with a celebrity, somebody that you'd seen so many years ago. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to be upset or to have a negative disposition.
Oh my goodness! Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you, Duke and in the chat, Duke Nukem.
And I think most of the time people would be smiling as well. When circumstances almost encourage it, like owning an NVIDIA Shield tablet.
There you go, because then you can just take it and smile everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not smile when you
if you can play Hearthstone so portably?
I think I'd be smiling all the time.
And here's an interesting Paladin versus Paladin. We haven't had a lot of same class matchups yet. Is this our first one?
I think this is our very first mirror match.
And it has a name. I didn't know it had a fancy name. A mirror match.
Yes, that is the name of those typically.
Mirror match. And I just like to say that mirror match. It's a mirror match.
You know who you remind me of? There's these interviews called Inside the Actor Studio, and the host of that.
There we go. Yeah,
you sound very similar. Okay, so we have one Paladin who has. Edward Sun is the one that runs the budget style decks, which are a little bit unorthodox. And Toy Hammered, I can't remember.
I can't make sense of either of these decks, though. I don't see a huge synergy.
Let's see
happening.
Okay. Yeah. I get Toy Hammered. He has, a pretty standard so far. He has a Quartermaster. He also has, why can't I think of that thing's name right now? Knife Juggler. And so then when he plays, there's a card
that will do a damage for every minion put out.
And there's a card that he has that'll draw 3 minions and give him a weapon.
And then, playing the Owl of Silence, the Knife Juggler.
Right away.
That is interesting because I would almost save the Owl.
Yeah,
it is something a little bit more dangerous than a Knife Juggler.
Seems a little antsy.
That did seem like a very antsy play. And hello, you're taunting that. And it's actually a fairly good play to taunt a Knife Juggler.
I am. Jeff is one of my most hated people in the chat. Anyways, we're gonna move forward.
Can't let the chat get to you.
No, it's my buddy, and he knows.
Oh my goodness
he's
gracious!
Going in while I'm here.
Oh my goodness gracious! After you spilled your heart
about how amazing you was at teaching me the game and helping me get better.
You should be grateful. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be getting your Jeff check in the mail for his gratefulness.
Yeah.
No. So let's see. Well, yeah, playing a bunch of these echoing ooze.
He has 4 of them out there, and this can go anywhere here. Now, so he has a lot of on the board, but and he elected to hit him. He wanted to clear as opposed to hitting you in the face.
That is interesting.
It's very interesting.
And then he uses hero power.
Yeah, 0. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I agree. It's these plays are really interesting, and I really maybe one of these days, you'll be able to get some of their commentary, you know, and
kind of a BTS behind the scenes.
Yeah, and see what's going on, because some of these plays they are a little interesting, but yeah.
That's interesting. Edward's on playing Shade.
No, the players cannot hear the commentary, and I think it's important that they can't, so that
and they definitely cannot see each other's cards.
Right,
we're able to right now.
Yeah, that would actually damage the integrity of the game, and so I'm glad we've at least made sure that wasn't happening.
And I love that sludge belcher sound.
Wow.
Imagine like if the sludge belcher was doing a cast, it'd be like, I'm Pastor with the People's Hearthstone Show. I'm the sludge belcher and I just took over for Tay. And Toy Hammer is playing Reinforced.
Yeah.
And just putting out his hero power. And Edward's son just got a Raging Origin. And that has Wind Fury, so gotta watch out for that. I'm going for the face. I'm a sludge belcher. Oh, and then the Raging Origin. I'm the Raging Origin. I have Wind Fury. I'm going to do the Wind Fury and. Now, this is an interesting thing. You have the one, and it's pretty much just the 1/1 hero power thingamajig there on Toy Hammered's side.
Okay, I don't know if I was supposed to just move past it, but I kind of can't now, so I'm gonna have to address some of that right now. You definitely went in right there and then just completely switched back to normal voice like nothing happened. So what did we just experience?
Oh, you experienced how I am on my stream more.
Okay.
I guess I'd loosen up here, a little bit more of that comes out.
Absolutely, and I respect it. I think it's a good thing. We should see more of it.
Let's see. We have the shield. Oh, the Shield of Many-Bot with the Divine Shield.
What's that one card? And it's like, mind if I Loot Hoarder. You know that voice? He says, mind if I
the kind of that voice.
Mind if I roll?
Mind if I roll?
Yeah.
I know that card. I forget which one was that. Is that?
It's I want to say it's a 1/1.
Is that that's not the Annoyatron.
No, it's a Loot Hoarder. And it says mind if I roll need.
Now this is an interesting. I mean, I think it's a good time to play KT. We're kind of at that point of the game.
Yeah, he has enough minions out there, and
now if this dies, it'll return in a cloaked state, right? If Shields of Nax dies with KT, will the Nax return buffed and shielded, or will it just kind of return in its original unbuffed state?
I think it'll return.
I think it returns as a 5/2 buffed.
No, it won't be a 5/2 because it's dead and it has to revamp. But I'm pretty sure it'll be stealthed again. I've never thought of playing Kel'Thuzad with Shield of Nax.
To arms, men.
Oh, Louis sees you.
Oh, there we go. This is a good. And then is he?
Well played.
Oh, he's handing out the well playeds, which kind of makes you wonder what's coming. Edward's son is brewing something. Carl H267 says yes, it will return unbuffed without stealth. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you. See, we learned together. People's Hearthstone show.
Mind if I roll need, Boom Doctor? That's what it is.
Yeah, there it was.
Mind if I roll need? Mind if I roll need? And so we have.
Reporting for duty.
And Edward's son definitely has a.
He doesn't have lethal, but he's going to put him in a really critical position here.
Or he. Oh. Or he's going to not go face at all. Ooh. What do you think about this?
I think.
Do you board clear here, or now do you go for face?
I would have done.
You would have gone face.
Face for sure, but I guess it's you don't know what he has, so then he might be able to clear. You know, there's a lot of damage on the board.
He might be able to buff those.
Yeah.
And then if he buffed those again.
No, that hurts. I don't. Not all of that is understandable.
That is very interesting. Yeah, I guess he's attacked with a weapon, so we can't take that out.
Okay.
That was a lot of sacrifice for board control there. But it was the conservative play.
Very, very.
The diet says Tay Zonday casting. I'm ready to die now. I hope you're not ready to die now. The diets.
No, I think what he means is he feels complete now. That he's able to hear that, and therefore he feels he can comfortably move on.
So sweet.
Yeah, I think it's a very, very sweet thing for someone to say, and I respect him for saying it.
Oh, thank you very much.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, it's a very respectable thing, and I think it does probably inspire a level of completeness in certain people. Just the idea that it's one of those things where you kind of feel like it was almost meant to happen.
Oh, thank you. They puts out a Fugan.
And Fugan.
Oh, though I wanted to bask in that moment longer. I did want to say that.
I understood. Yeah, and we probably shouldn't have stayed there too long. So yeah, he definitely played that, and he's finally attacking the face, and he's going to be really low.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can get it now. At this point, maybe with this much board. But yeah, I could see that face being a thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that I would be able to hold on to Shade of Naxxramas much more, simply because druids have things like Equality Consecrates and other things to get rid of those cards. So you gotta wonder, is it going to be able to be?
Would Equality affect the Nax?
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Follow the rule.
All right, there we go. Ooh.
Reporting for duty.
Fairly good play for Toy Hammered.
And now he has Fugan out there. And those two cards, they're very synergistic. Or Stalag. He has Fusion, now he has Stalag. I love the chat's reaction to this. I want to try to do one of those voices, but I'm afraid to fail.
I just do it.
I don't know.
That sounds so. This sounds like such a painful death. I mean,
yeah,
they know how to die.
They do. This is a great voice actor. This is rough. Okay, so we have he has Piloted Shredder, Lay on Hands. And what does Lay on Hands do? Does that restore 10 health?
Ooh, let's see.
So it's in the Paladin deck to the right. It's the second card. Or 8? Restore 8 health from draw 3 cards. Is this the time for that? I think so.
Could be the time for Lay on Hands. Like, those are some powerful hands being laid on there, too. I mean...
Okay.
And he declines. Very interesting.
This...
Ooh.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Still not playing.
Well, he was able to clear out everything, and actually I think he effectively just won this game. That was really a huge swing, because he now cleared out everything on the board. Yeah, this is really interesting. He cleared everything on the board. He knew he didn't have any more cards or any card draw, so now he's gained all the dominance. Even though the health difference, you know, is 22 to 11.
He kind of stuck with the plan. Toy Hammered, you know, didn't let that phase him. I would have been tempted to
well played.
I would have been tempted to play Lay on Hands.
And I don't mean to disrespect you,
especially with 14 cards.
So would I have, but I actually think he made the better play there.
Yeah, and I think he's being proven correct.
Yeah. Now he'll have the health, and yeah, I think he just won this game for himself. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, this game just took a turn.
And here we go, reinforce.
You'll have a Sludge Belcher. It's not over, but it's looking pretty convincing because this next turn he gets to just destroy the
Well, yeah, and we see the cards here. We see, wow, a lot of legendaries. You can see Black Knight coming. And Consecration, oh gosh. Ooh. And that is no good. We're almost at lethal here.
Yeah, and that's game. And that'll do it. Edward's son had such a commanding position. I really wish he'd played a little bit more aggressively earlier.
Yeah.
I think he had enough.
He could have gone all face, where you said like it was a little bit marginal there because he went for board control rather than face, and he may have been able to beat Toy Hammer to face.
Yes.
If he had done that.
Wow, that's unfortunate. Wow, that was unfortunate. Yeah.
Definitely.
It was looking good for Edward.
It was looking good for Edward's son.
I'm a little bit surprised by that one.
And Space Time Crime says, people here don't understand that just because you have the mana, it doesn't mean you have to play the card.
I'm going to try
the
a voice
advice.
later. That was very good. I imagine that's exactly how he
That's
sounds.
exactly how Space Time Crime said that in the chat.
That's how he intended to convey it.
And World War G is like, that's why I never play any cards at all. So, a little bit of spice.
Yes.
Going back and forth in the chat.
All right. That was interesting. See, this is again one of those situations where I'm constantly thinking, what if? Like, if he had gone to the face, would he have won for sure? We don't know.
We don't know.
It's very interesting, and we have with us
my name this
Toy Hammer.
Toy Hammer.
Toy Hammer, indeed. So that match, how? I don't know. Just walk us through it. What do you feel?
There's one mistake that could have lost me, and that was with the True Silver. Before, when he had Kel'Thuzad, I went True Silver to the face. I should have gone to the Kel'Thuzad. And then I went Muster Porter, because I didn't have enough synergy to kill his Kel'Thuzad otherwise. And then when I do that other True Silver, I'm like, okay, this is enough. But after that, after I got rid of the Kel'Thuzad, it was over.
Yeah. But you had planned to do that in one turn, and it took two.
Yeah, that was my big mistake.
It seemed like he had a really commanding lead and didn't start playing very conservatively. Do you think that might have been a mistake, or do you think it was probably the best way you could have dealt with the cards you had?
Because there was a point at which he didn't have any taunts out there, and he had quite a bit of attack on the board. He could have gone face at that point.
I was expecting
and he
him.
decided to do board control instead.
Yeah, I think that was the mistake on him, because he's playing more of an aggro rush deck. I'm playing in mid-range control. You don't want to, especially in his case, he knows that I have legendaries that could come in and I'll just end it. And he probably doesn't have responses to, so that's where part of the mistake was for him. And he had some other small mistakes, but they're not as bad.
Awesome.
Well,
congratulations.
Yes.
And we look forward to seeing you more in the bracket.
Absolutely.
I'm playing Dart again, I think.
What's that?
Oh wait, I'm in the same bracket as Dart again.
Yeah. It's a 6-man. We'll look at the bracket and show you. You can actually find it. I'm pretty sure they can show you, and you can find out who your next opponent is. Good luck in your next matches.
Thank you.
All right.
Alrighty. And we have with us Edward's son. How's that match feel?
It felt like I was playing against a really skilled opponent.
Yes. There was a point in time where I thought he was making absolute wrong play, but he ended up destroying your Thaddeus, I believe his name is, with the big game hunter, and he'd gotten cleared the board, and it seemed like that was like the ultimate swinging point. Where after that, he kind of got slanged on.
Yeah.
So
there was also a point earlier where you kind of had a choice to go all face or to go for board control, and he kind of chose to do the board control.
Do you feel like what made you decide to start playing very conservative instead there?
I've always prioritized board control over going over the face, because my idea is if you target all the threats, you destroy all the opposing threats, and you just walk all over the opponent. That's my general strategy, but
and to be honest, that has to be the way that I play as well too.
And to be, it seemed at the time it didn't seem right, but it seemed like it was working out for him. And then
sometimes you can win what I call the face race. The whittling down the face, but that is a gamble that you often lose.
Yeah, well, that's where Kel'Thuzad came in.
Yes, yeah, that was wow. It was a very interesting match. I almost would want to rewatch that one again. Do you think? What do you think? Do you think you've learned from these matches and that you'd be able to apply whatever you learned to future?
To some extent, but since I only really started playing last month, I'd say my card selection is really limited. So that's why I'm limited to budget selection decks.
Absolutely.
That are my own custom creation of the metagame.
That's really interesting. I think. And it should be enlightening to some of the people who are wondering, like, well, why these card choices? And I did explain that to them. When you first start out in this game, you are very limited. Until you do a lot of arenas and a lot of Naxxramas and things, you have to.
I actually only just unlocked Kel'Thuzad last night.
Oh wow!
There you go.
So it's okay. So it's coming along.
Yeah, I've just been going the free to play route, and I've been spending 700 gold every week.
Oh, nice.
For every single wing.
There you go. That's like, seriously, that's like you talk to your financial advisor about that. Be like, hey, I'm in Hearthstone. I have 700 gold a week to budget for that. So can I write that off? Can I get a tax discount? Will the IRS count that as a business expense?
I'm pretty sure you could work buying decks into your business.
Yeah.
As a pro gamer.
I just want to say, playing on these shield tablets, it's really crisp. That I just love the crisp resolution.
Oh, that's really good. I haven't actually played on them here. I do have one of my own. But yes, it is actually a really enjoyable experience.
And of course, all of our players here are playing on the shield tablets, as we see in the little window. And there's going to be NVIDIA swag.
Yes.
As the award to those who win the final brackets.
Right. Do you think? Was there like a harsh adjustment period to get used to the tablet, or was it just pretty simple from the beginning?
It's pretty similar to using like an Android phone, but I'm not quite used to the 7-inch things, but it's really portable. And I just love how crisp the resolution is. The colors really pop.
And so you can still read the text and everything.
I can still read the text, and again, the colors just really pop. It's really eye-catching.
And I think it goes along well again with the People's Hearthstone show, to making games like this more accessible, and more portable, because I think that's kind of the direction that this is moving in. Trying to grow that community and say, hey, this is something that can go mainstream, that can be welcoming to new players, experienced players alike. And I'm with you in having started just about three weeks to a month ago. I'm right there.
The stylus.
Oh yeah.
I just found out about stylus today.
It's very, very, very. It helps. It just makes everything more precise.
I think the stylus is coming back because they had those like in the 90s. Like remember, I have a stylus. I'm styling with the style.
Styling with the stylus.
Styling
and
with
fell
the style.
off.
And this is bringing the style of the stylus back.
Just bringing it back on. Let's putting it on. Alrighty. So I guess that's the end of your road here for this specific tournament.
Yes.
Do you plan on coming back anytime?
I think like in the future months, because doing 2 weeks with the traffic and the drive, and then a drive home when it's close to midnight. That's pretty tiring, and then having to get up at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well, it was really, really great having you here, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so
for
much.
having me.
All right. Nice.
There we go. Whoa. It's Street Fighter. It's Street Fighter. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And you're getting lots of compliments on the chat. People love the bow tie.
Oh, yes.
Cool. I mean, that's
and I want to one more time before you go. I want to say that I really do appreciate you have a very good disposition about the way the game goes. Because sometimes people feel that things go negatively, they can kind of develop a really negative attitude. And you seem to have a really great disposition. And someone said that in the chat. And we really appreciate it.
Is there any way to record check out the chat? Because I want to check out all the comments.
Twin Galaxies Live YouTube channel.
Okay, on the YouTube channel, you can
chat's
do
recorded?
that.
The chat's not recorded.
Oh,
that's he wants to see.
I
the chat.
actually wish for that too when I do streams, that there would be a way to log the chat, and I don't have a good way to do that.
I'm gonna put somebody out here.
That's a shame. I'd love to see all the comments.
There's a way. And I'm about to put someone out right now. There's one of the employees, Neostorm, has the ability to do so, and I'll hook you up with him, and he has the chat for you.
Right.
I just did that. Neo might be mad, but he does have all the chat.
All right. Well, that was a fun game. That was very fun. And Shazar was saying it's better he doesn't see the chat. Let's be. No, he was getting lots of compliments.
Yes, he was. He was actually getting compliments. Okay, and here we are to the bracket. And so we're going, I don't know if we're going to stay with the loser side of the bracket or if we're going to go to the winners. I'd imagine we're going to do one more losers match.
Are we doing Doc, Nimbo, and Dart?
Even, yes.
All right.
So that is.
Next match is Doc, Nimbo, and Dart.
Nice.
All right. And we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Flash and Eva, how are you doing tonight?
Ninja Bush War, how are you doing, man? It's another one of the regulars from my stream.
And then Danik Kahlo.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Zimnus. People would want to log Twitch chat, Zimnus, so they can see the amazing things that you're saying.
Neostorm logged all chats. I think, I don't know. I really do. Like I said, this is a People's Hearthstone show, and I think it's really important to note the difference from this and extremely competitive, tournaments with veteran players. And I think, he's a really good example of that. So, and here we are to the next match, which is going to be Dart versus Tech Casualty, who is also known as Doc Nemo.
And here we go. I would get rid of Savannah Highmane. I would get rid of Savannah Highmane.
Absolutely.
I mean, especially if I didn't coin.
Yeah, there's no way you can't keep that early.
And then I'd get rid of Ragnaros on this side. I'd get rid of Crush. Wow, that is interesting.
What?
Wow, they both kept.
Oh
my God! They both kept everything. That is bizarre. I don't understand why either of them kept.
No, there's no way. There's no way. That's. I can say pretty confidently, regardless of your deck, there's no way that having Ragnaros turn one.
Actually, we'll see how this goes.
And that was rough. That was rough.
Was there a thing where they were saying that the door had to be closed to not hear my voice?
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, he got it. Todd got it.
Because we are talking about everybody's decks here.
Yes, we are, and I don't want them to hear talking about their deck.
To carry.
Yeah, and then also some people can get really self-conscious if you talk about their deck and you don't have favorable things to say about it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we're pretty nice, but still, we're honest as well.
Yes.
It's like, so, we're like, what are they doing keeping both of those?
And they can get very defensive. Like, no, my deck is this way for a reason.
No, I needed to do that because that's exactly why I did this, and and I'm gonna awkward handshake you afterwards.
Absolutely.
For talking about it like that.
Yeah, we shouldn't talk about. But yeah, especially it can have a negative, effect on people if you kind of discuss the shortcomings of their decks. Man.
Yeah. Well, of course, if you're streaming on Twitch, then people are discussing the negative aspects. Yeah. is often the case, but it's wonderful in that regard. I mean, I love the honesty of the internet.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's great. And I think what we're doing here with People's Hearthstone show on Twin Galaxies TV is we're really trying to set the tone. It's like, hey, it's okay to be growing. It's okay to come to this in the attitude of, say, a community softball game, a community game of pickup basketball.
Yes.
It's okay to have that. And, you don't have to be Kobe Bryant in the pickup basketball game to enjoy the game and say, hey, this is a great game and a great time to have with people.
And then as we see, for example, some people are starting off with smaller, inexpensive budget decks, we do expect as these things go on, we would see some of their decks grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's just got to give it a little bit more time. And so, all right. So he's definitely running what's a pretty standard hunter deck. He has the angry chicken. The angry chicken came from a web spinner, correct?
It may have been. Yeah, I think it did. That was the death rattle of the web spinner.
Card.
You'll get some lucky things from that 1/1 web spinner.
Yes.
I mean, gosh, I've gotten some pretty hefty cards.
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually gotten Godzilla, which is it's a very
that 1/1 web spinner is really one of the best plays to open up with.
Okay. Let's see what his options are here.
Well, this does the death rattle, which does 1 damage to everything, right? Is that correct? The unstable ghoul.
Yeah, I think that's.
And he's just going to take that death rattle and say, "Hey, I can take it. I'm here. It's all good. You can rattle me anytime." And he's putting out the Savannah, expanding his board control, and definitely not looking good for tech casualty here.
Yeah, this is a little rough. Okay, I'm imagining he has the Shield Maiden and he has a Cruel Taskmaster.
And this is not a bad time for Brawl, but would it be better?
I think it might be. Cruel Taskmaster might be a little good. It might be really good here. He can destroy a 4/1 and give himself, and still have mana for the armor. I think.
Of course, Cruel Taskmaster is more expensive because
it was sent back from the freezing trap. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice observation. I wasn't even paying attention to that. So yeah, that's why it's so expensive right now. But I still think it might be worth it. And I don't think this hunter's running any weapons, so maybe you could. Yeah, no, but still, I think he's doing the brawl.
He's going for the brawl, trying to get lucky with the brawl. We'll see. How does he?
But he's lucky in that situation. Yeah, he gives him
but
effective damage, and as a hunter, it's very risky.
Yeah, that's he still has 8 damage on the board there.
Yeah,
and if he had a weapon, he'd have and there's the web spinner. This is definitely not looking good for tech casualty.
No, not at all. Not at all.
This is a fairly tough circumstance.
0x Dart definitely wanted to play something a little bit more casual last game, and it seems like this time
he said, "Okay, the gloves are off.
Yeah, the claws are out.
We're going for it."
Yeah. This is going to be a little bit rough. That's definitely game. And Dart had ended this turn in 7.
It's 7 mana. Yeah, we are pretty early here in the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this an overextension at all. Yeah, this looks like this is a nail in that coffin.
And then tech casualty, someone's observing he lost without playing any of the cards he started with. That was the thing. Keeping that starting deck was a tough a tough break.
Yeah, I can't imagine that was a wise choice there. It's just I don't think
he drew very badly.
Yeah,
because what I mean, he had Ragnaros that would have come out at 8.
Mm-hmm.
He had some great cards, just not well timed. They were all slow cards.
Yeah. Someone pointed out that the resolution was crisp, and I'm assuming he's talking about the NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Of course, we're running the game on the NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Yeah, that's probably what he's referring to there. And yeah, it does have an actual very crisp resolution.
Oh, I just looked at the screen like, wow, that looks swag over there.
And then you realize it's us, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, wow, we look good.
It's an amazing set here at Twin Galaxies.
It really is. I mean, that's pretty fantastic.
Even through that screen there, we can see the text here for, what is it right here? Yeah, the NVIDIA Shield tablet. It's very legible.
Absolutely.
I bet it'd be even more legible if that screen itself was an NVIDIA Shield tablet displaying the box for the NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Well, of course, the NVIDIA Shield tablet you can stream the game to a TV.
Yeah, actually.
On your PC or the TV. If you have an NVIDIA card on your PC, you stream it to the tablet, stream it to your TV.
So you could stream to the NVIDIA Shield tablet, broadcast that to the television.
I believe
so you
that.
could see
I
the
believe
NVIDIA
that is
Shield
correct.
tablet. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have Dart here. He's the victor here. That happened.
All right, and so Dart saying he would take the gloves off.
Hello again.
Saying, yeah,
How's
yeah.
it going? That one was a little bit more one-sided there. The gloves came off.
Got the cards what I need. Got the cards I needed,
You
but
did. You get now. You kept the what is the lion?
Ooh, that happened.
You kept the six mana. I did at the start. That's a little bit unusual. Was that a deliberate?
in Hunter vs Warrior, you drop high main, they lose. It's really as simple as
I
that.
mean, and it turned out to go well.
Oh, so that was the mindset you were keeping it.
Absolutely.
Just, okay.
Especially because I did have a 1 in 3 drop, so even though it's not the perfect curve, it's enough to keep me in the game to a point that I do drop high main on an empty board and it's over. Warriors just don't have a good way to deal with it, so that's why it's important to keep.
There you go.
And that's why you're learning on the People's Hearthstone, because I had no idea. I
Yeah,
played
because
Hunter
both of
too.
us were kind of confused because
Yeah, it's like, well,
you
why
don't
would you-
see it. It's a little bit unusual to see the 6 drops being kept.
Yeah, but it
in
makes
the
sense
draw
now.
if
That-
you're trying to do something fast like Hunter.
Yeah, exactly. And really the best way to clear high main for Warrior is usually some kind of Cruel Task or Whirlwind execute, or some kind of Shield Slam, which if you're lucky enough to have armor for the Warrior, it takes 1 card to kill it, and then usually a Fire War Axe to kill 1 part of it, and then something else to kill a third. Warriors just do not have a good way to deal with it.
Yeah.
It usually gets at least a 3-for-1, so it's one that you really want to get in that matchup.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Very, very well.
But by the way, playing on that NVIDIA Shield tablet, actually pretty good. Y'all should get one.
Yeah, yeah.
there you go.
No, it's actually
It's very portable.
I was very surprised.
Yeah.
You're like liberated from your PC.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very. I'm glad that you were pleasantly surprised there.
So
So
my opponent got to just point out one small mistake, not in the game, but come on in here.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, we're kind of doing like the like.
So when you
this is
mentioned
a
on
family
stream
interview.
before that you
Everyone get on screen. Come on, get again.
you played Priest because you thought the other person was a newer player. That
Right.
kind of gave away that you were playing Warrior against me.
Yeah.
So I knew to play a deck that would beat it. So I do apologize about that.
No, not at all.
Got to
Not
do your
about that.
research.
that was a meta thing.
But
No, that makes sense.
let you take over.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
So now we have Doc Nemo here.
Yep.
Now that game, it's mine. No.
Oh, it might have been mine. Did I hear it? I don't know.
Someone's phone was ringing.
Uh-oh.
You're in trouble.
Who was it? Uh-oh.
Okay,
I'm
so
taking calls.
for in that match, it just seemed like it was just really poor draws.
I was very disappointed with my opening hand. Yeah.
You didn't mulligan.
I mulliganed everything.
Oh, we missed it.
that
so
was
we came in a little bit late.
gosh,
I
that was
mulliganed my
actually-
whole
'cause you-
hand.
okay,
My other hand.
we missed that because it's like you got rid of everything. That was what you mulliganed. Okay.
Oh, that hurts. Because we were wondering, like, well, why would you?
Why would you
leave the
keep all that?
Right. No.
Yeah, that's
I
so
wiped
unfortunate.
it, and that's what I got.
Oh,
It's like,
okay.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
there's really
that's-
nothing you can do about that,
that's
especially
tough.
sometimes versus
Sometimes
the
the
hunter.
algorithm just does not
No.
like your draw.
Right,
Your opening
yeah.
draw.
All right.
That's what happens.
Yeah, there's nothing really.
And especially against the hunter, that's about the worst. You know, they have to draw slow.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I got like the fiery war axe, and I was like, okay, maybe I can keep. No,
No.
just not gonna happen.
in those kind of games, it seems like there's almost nothing to learn from it. It's just it is what it is. It
Right.
happens.
Hearthstone is very much a random number generator game.
Especially once you get to know what the processes is and what the responses are to each process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like eventually
kinda
you're
going
like,
through the-
I gotta go with the random. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and if you get a starting hand like that, chances are versus 100 you're going to get slanged on. There's nothing you can do about it.
Not much I can do.
Slanged on. I kind of that's
It's a thing.
I think we're moving on.
All right.
Very
Well,
quickly. And
look forward to seeing you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, and we'll see you more. Do you think you might come back another week?
I would hope to come back. Yeah,
Oh.
I love playing Hearthstone, and I'm always here for League of Legends. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so
Cool.
if there's an opening, I hope you do come back.
Will do.
All righty, see you.
It's a different one every time.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you got it.
I think we both had a normal handshake there.
yeah, we did.
We actually did that.
Doc is pro at handshakes. I was trying to.
He upgraded. He
Yes, he
leveled
did.
up.
He did
our
really
handshakes.
quickly, really
Our
quickly.
handshakes leveled up.
Oh man.
I think my phone was going off.
Well, now we are back to the bracket, guys, and we get to see how we've progressed in the tournament so far. So we have Toy Hammered versus Dart. And that will be the second round of the losers bracket. And after that, it'll be only semifinals and finals. So we're actually kind of getting... We're
moving
about halfway
forward.
through the bracket.
We're almost at the halfway point.
Yes.
Right now.
So let's see, we have.
In fact, this is the halfway point. We've done 5 games, and we'd have 5 more to do.
Yes, at a maximum of 5 games.
Probably 4, but maybe.
I'm actually going to imagine 5 only because Dart is already in the loser side, and I expect him to take this tournament. And so Dart has to actually beat whoever he plays in the finals twice in order to win. I'm going to ask him if he's willing to play the mage. I want to see it, get a second chance. Someone wants us to do a duet. Unfortunately, I'm not the singer that Tay Zonday is.
But you do music. I do music. You actually do music.
Yes. But
you see, I might not be the producer that Fanatiq is.
That sounds like maybe there might need to be some sort of collaboration.
That might happen.
That might happen.
So people were calling us Taynatiq earlier.
They were calling us Taynatiq. If you keep watching the show, then you might see, and you requested enough, you might see a collaboration.
It could happen. It could happen.
Anything can. It's Hearthstone. It's the people's Hearthstone.
Please sing NVIDIA Shield Rain. Should I?
Yes.
Should I sing NVIDIA Shield Rain? NVIDIA Shield Rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. NVIDIA Shield Rain. A baby born will die before the sin. NVIDIA Shield Rain. Yeah, that kind of has a ring to it.
Yeah.
It works. It fits.
In fact, it particularly fits. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Because although the NVIDIA Shield tablet is amazing, I don't think it's waterproof.
Well, actually, that could be the case. You never know.
Yeah.
But, usually those are accessories. Usually you buy, the waterproof case for tablets. Tay, Raptor 1 with it says, Tay, I love your rendition of the Grinch song.
I'd never heard you do that.
Oh.
Did you do that on your stream?
I did that on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Oh, wow. I have to check out your
You're a
YouTube.
mean one, Mr. Grinch. But there you go.
Yeah, that's actually really... I haven't checked out your YouTube channel in a while. I think I'm going to have to do that.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And Kaiser Polo, holy, is that in video with... Oh, okay. Sometimes, again, you're reading things in the chat, and you're kind of like... you only get halfway.
Yep.
It's like,
sometimes you want to read them. You have the airband over there. Guys, it doesn't work.
Elite Girls Gamers.
To say something.
Tay is the man. That's what he can say. Raptor 1113. It's amazing.
It is amazing. And now let's look at this next match. It'll be coming up just for a second.
It's funny how we hear the sound of the match.
Yes.
But there we go. And
it is Dart versus Toy
Hammer. Just got rid of some stuff. And
I wish I could see that bracket one more time because I think they might have played again. They might have played earlier.
And starting with the Dart is starting. Oh, okay. He's getting rid of everything. There we go, and he got the scenarios.
Yeah, and Toy Hammered has great turn 1 cards. He has a turn 1, and if Dart plays a minion, which I don't think he's going to.
Now,
no, he didn't. And now, yes, I was gonna say, Toy Hammered couldn't have asked for probably a better start here, and so. Yeah, this is actually looking really good. And it's one match, and so anything can happen.
You never know.
Dart has to be
What is Dart going to do? With 2 mana. He has the coin.
And he can innovate, but he's not going to. He has to hit the face. There's no way he would give him 2 cards.
There's no way he's going to do that.
Yeah.
He's not going to give him a card draw. He has to try, and face racing a priest is probably the worst class to be in a face race with for this reason.
Yeah. And he couldn't play. That's an interesting play. I would imagine an injured Blade Master there. It's on the curve. You only are missing 1 health. And then next turn you'll be able to heal it and get the 2 card draw from the Nostra Cleric. That might have been.
Yeah, you would expect to see the injured Blade Master come out soon, and there it is, the injured Blade Master. In addition to the light on that restore 3 health and 30. So, there he was waiting for the combo.
Yeah, I still.
In the light's name.
I don't know. And he got the Light Warden because of it, but.
And Toy Hammer definitely exercising some board control.
He has a really commanding lead right now.
Innervate, he's gaining some more mana crystals here. Dart is trying to get out of this situation. 7. What is he going to play for 7? Putting out Ancient Lore. Draw 2 cards, restore 5 health. Then he's drawing 2 cards. Draws Wrath and Dr. Boom. So, Dart is definitely trying to get out of the low mana situation that he's in. And would you play? You can't play Boom though. That's the thing. So,
yeah, you're just gonna have to wait. The question, I guess, would be: would he heal? I mean, would he kill the 5/5? And I don't think that. Yeah, he's gonna Shadow Word Paint it. That's actually the best situation here. Wow, it's amazing how commanding this lead is right now.
Yeah, Toy Hammered is definitely wearing Darts down. And
there's no taunts there.
Dart just isn't getting enough mana fast enough. Yeah, he's still going for card draw with 18 health left in what is that, not 9 damage on the board? It's not a good situation to be going for card draw. He has plenty of cards.
I guess he just wanted to put a minion out there on the board because he had 5 mana. It was on the curve. And I guess it does give him the spell damage. If it's not dealt with in the next turn, then his wraths will be worth 4. Or he can deal 2 damage to the light of Naru and draw.
And so at this point, Toy Hammer is thinking, do I go for the face or do I really assert board control?
Right. And the good thing is about that card is that because it has 4 mana, it can't be destroyed by any of the Shadow Words. 4 mana minions do particularly well against Priest.
And what I noticed is both of these players have pretty good card draw in these decks.
He can't heal here. Okay, I was gonna say he can't heal a minion because it would lose him.
Oh, this is
this is rough.
This is rough.
It's looking really rough for Dart. I don't know what he can do here.
I must safeguard the land.
But here's what I'll say. I think Dart has a beautiful deck that you can see how it would work in a situation where things went a little bit differently.
Yeah. Very interesting diction there. But yeah, yes, it's that's actually, he loses this match right now. This is crazy.
But what I like to think is that the People's Hearthstone show is a show where talented players can feel free to say, hey, I have this artsy deck or something that is interesting. It's a new idea, experimental.
Yeah.
It's a concept deck. Play with it, see what the outcome is. And it's fun, and we all learn. And, Dart just couldn't quite get the mana to implement a comeback in that particular situation, especially going up against a priest. But
yeah, it's
I learn with everything with every game I watch. I feel like I should just rewatch this stream.
Yeah,
just to kind of learn how to become a better player myself. Get some ideas for what do I want in my deck.
It's just really interesting. Anything can happen in Hearthstone, and he drew very well. He had an amazing turn 1, and he had a turn 2, and so with Priest, I think early. Like if you're able to play very properly at the beginning, it can work out really well for you. And I'm pretty sure Dart didn't draw as well as he would have liked to.
Yes.
So
and that was a slower deck. That was a slower Paladin.
And anything can happen. So here we have Toy Hammer to discuss his win. It's really interesting. That was your second match against Dart, right? Yeah. So how are you feeling so far? I imagine you'd be pretty stoked.
I expected a Druid, and I have no good decks against Druid. I was playing against my friend, I don't know, Astrogation, good guy. He's helping me before, and I could not win against him. So I'm like, okay, I might as well just play Priest. It's the best chance I have. Once I saw my starting hand, I'm like, okay, this is good. And then I'm like, once I had the injured Blade Master with the Light of Naru, it makes it really hard for him to get rid of that. And then pretty much I was hoping if I got a Pyromancer, it would have been game, because I would have just circled, and I would have gained probably around 20 attack for doing nothing. So
that was a really rough game. It worked out really well for you. You just really were able to dominate from the very beginning.
And how long have you played Hearthstone?
4 months.
Awesome.
That sounds about right. Yeah, 4 months. I started right when Nax came out about. Or maybe, I think Nax came out then.
Yeah, this is the part where I get to talk about. That's I guess that's the craziness about having this format is that it's it's one match. There's no banning of decks, and so it's just anything can happen. And so I'm kind of working to your favor in this situation. And Dart was someone you were expecting, or Dart was someone that you said your friend was hoping that you didn't have to play Dart in the first round.
I didn't want to play him the first time because I knew it wasn't going to end well. He's like, oh, I'm going to play a fun deck. I'm like, okay. Then I lose the next game. Then I'm back into loses back. I'm like, oh god, this is not where I want to be.
Yeah, it's Hearthstone. Anything can happen, and you are actually able to come out the victor there. It has to feel very, very good.
I know it was.
Congratulations, you get to move on in the bracket. You have a really good shot now.
I guess I do.
Absolutely. Alrighty.
All right.
All right.
Oh, he got the cool handshake.
You got the next one.
All right.
Oh man, they caught on.
All right.
Dark awkwardness.
Now I have to say, like, I saw that deck. It looked to me like a very beautiful, beautiful deck.
Your taste thought your deck was really, really beautiful.
I thought it was a beautiful. Like, it just couldn't quite, didn't quite have the mana.
Exactly.
To make all of the plays that, like, you have these awesome plays, these awesome synergies in there, but just couldn't quite.
Yeah.
It's actually a little unfortunate. That Druid deck, I honestly think would beat that Priest 9 times out of 10. But that 1 time out of 10 was what just happened. So he got the perfect cards against me. So
and that's
how much you can really do.
Yeah, it kind of happens. And this format being a one match game, it kind of That's just it's a really casual environment. You were able to show off one of your really fun decks with the mage. And I was really hoping, to be honest, that you would make it further because I wanted to see you try to run that deck one more time. It seems, I don't know, it just seems like really, really interesting.
I guess next time around I might actually just start out with real decks
and
not run into a little situation like that. But oh well, it's been a fun
night. It's fun. It's definitely fun, and I think it's that's kind of the ethos of the People's Hearthstone show. It's like, hopefully you can come up, play with a fun deck. It's like a game of community pickup basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think it's a tremendous learning experience for players who are watching, players who are just learning the game, to see a variety of decks, and really even just frankly get inside of the mind of someone like you, and see like, okay, this is how he's building a paladin deck. This is how he's building a mage deck, and
exactly.
I think that's a privilege.
Going into that game, I knew that my opponent didn't play Druid. He blatantly said that. So I'm like, okay, I can play a deck that isn't countered by Druid. For one, I hate the Druid mirror matchup. It's really whoever draws Wild Growth, for those who know about it. Then I knew he doesn't like playing Mage, so Mech Mage I didn't have to worry about. So I kind of narrowed it down to he played Paladin twice already. He wasn't going to use that. So I put my money on either Warrior or Priest, and Druid normally beats both of those. So I guessed right, but I just didn't get the cards I needed.
Absolutely. So you're going to stick around for a little while.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right?
And if either of you need a break.
I was actually going to take you up on that in a little bit.
I can step in, cast for a little bit.
Yeah.
See a different side of Hearthstone, hopefully.
Absolutely. Okay. Actually, maybe you can do that right now because I'm going to go take a really, really quick break.
Absolutely.
And so I'm going to give these headphones to you. And Dart's going to take over for me for a little bit.
Hope that's okay, everyone.
Oh, no. I mean, it's fantastic. And I think he has the headphones where one side of those headphones you can hear.
Got it. There we go.
Audio.
Just got to make it a little bit smaller. Got a small head.
And yeah. And how are we doing in the chat? We are.
You know what we're gonna go to a commercial for a few.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's go to a commercial, and we'll make sure we get the camera frame right because he's tall.
Okay. Sorry, I could bend down a little bit. Just stand like this for the whole cast.
No, I can just say I'll be like, hey. Oh, we're still. I kind of like it with your head out of the frame. No, I mean it's kind of like you look gigantic. I mean you look like an injured blade master there. Like, hi, I'm like here. I'm like.
We're gonna go to commercial in 10.
Oh, okay. We're doing the commercial countdown. Apparently, we're taking a break. We're taking a break. 1, boom. And I think that's the commercial.
It's like a 15-second commercial.
Oh, okay, real short.
Are we fixing the shot?
Get a drink, stretch your legs.
I need a
there we go.
A riser. There we go.
We're back on you.
Oh, we're back. Oh, we're back. Oh, wow.
It's a fast commercial.
That was a very fast commercial. I mean, seriously, I hope they sold whatever it was very quickly.
Yeah, you guys missed it. I cried 15 seconds from that loss, and now I'm back, happy again.
There you go. I mean, just from hot to cold, just like that.
Exactly.
That's how it happens. And Arvin, great production value. He says that in the chat. Thank you very much. And Punch Brush. Now, sometimes I see an internet name like, what would a punch brush? What would that actually be? Like,
I would like to see what it is.
I don't know. Like, they seem like they're opposite. Oh wait, are we going to do a game? Oh, we have a bracket. Now, are we going to the Lestrio is actually Rochester. So are we doing Rochester versus Terrien?
Yep. For the semifinals, we have Rochester versus Terrien, and the winner will be the winners bracket finals. Or this is the winners bracket finals. I'm sorry.
Yes, the winners bracket finalists or semifinalists will be the winners will be. There's a subject verb object in there somewhere and a lucid sentence somewhere in there. And in any case, that's the match that's coming up. And to take it legend in the hearth yet.
So I think it's whoever loses this upcoming match has to play against the person who took me out of the tournament, Toy Hammered.
Yes, that's what it is. Loser of E will play. That's how the bracket works. And Ayusa Sane says Punch Brush or Riot. Let's see. I'm just kind of dancing to that. Like, I have never rocked out to like a pan flute as much as to this Hearthstone music.
Exactly.
Like, it's just
okay.
like sometimes I'm just like in a trance where I'm just like jamming to it, and it's like.
I don't think the camera is on you right now, so you can dance.
It's
to your
not
heart's
on me.
content. Oh, is it?
I think it's on me.
Oh.
Are we? I can dance with the camera on or off. Ooh,
it looks like we're getting into the game.
He went there. We are going into the game. We have Terrien and Rochester coined, and
So just from the start, it looks like Rochester has a very new deck. It's a kind of a mech paladin, while Terrien is running what seems like a relatively standard druid at the time.
And yeah, not really much that either is going to be doing with 1 mana, unless I certainly. Oh, there we go. Yeah, some of the 2-1. Might as well play the secret. What else are you going to do?
So not that it matters right now, but I think the one consideration Rochester could have had is not actually play the Noble Sacrifice at the time, because once you play a secret, you give away. I'm not saying what type of deck it is, but you just kind of give away that it's not the standard.
It's not good in terms of opponent psychology all the time to play the secret right out the bat.
Exactly. It gives away what type of deck it is and what type of deck it's not.
And so we have a. Oh, here we go.
So Terrien will kind of check what the secret is by just running his.
And this is a good point in the game to do that. You might as well put the secret out there. You might as well, clear it out.
Absolutely.
Early as opposed to later when the stakes are higher.
Mm-hmm.
Do it when the stakes are low and therefore the secret has the least value.
I think he was maybe thinking it was Avenge, which really only activates with 2 minions on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So by attacking into Harvest Golem and actually hero powering the second part off, he would have just not had to worry about it for a few turns. But turns out it wasn't, so.
And then Rochester putting the 1/1 out there with his hero power, and
here comes the Wrath.
We damage a minion to 1 and draw a card. And so of course he's card drawing at this point and picking up a Shade of Extremis.
I really like that he's actually saving the second Wrath for next turn, just because on the Paladin's turn 4, he's most likely going to play, if he has it, another Paladin Shredder. So next turn he will have the ability to use the Shade of Extremis and Wrath off the second part of the other Shredder, or kill off this Yeti in the same way.
And here comes the other Wrath. And going to the board, getting a cart.
Seems like Terrien is a pretty experienced player by his moves so far.
And How is next out there? This is kind of going to be buffed. What would you say the best play is for the 5 mana?
This is definitely an awkward turn. I think I would have preferred the Shredder, but playing the Micro Machine now so that it starts growing is not a terrible idea by any means.
Because then you have something that's kind of growing in concert with the shade of the next promise on the other side.
Exactly.
And definitely getting rid of that. Quickly sell that as a threat. And Tyrion is definitely maintaining board control here pretty effectively. Doesn't seem like Rochester has any lasting answers to get back that board control.
So this is kind of an awkward move, but I think it's necessary to do exactly what he's doing. Throw down the Mech Warper, allowing him to play the Shredder for 3, and then give him the final mana, which I would suspect that he uses on
the emergency
Keeper.
core?
Yes.
And then, yeah, just freeze that. Allow him to get the upper hand in terms of quantity. And then hopefully he can have some successful trades after he has that quantity and end up with an advantage in board control.
Exactly. So for those who don't know who are a little bit new to the game, building board control is really important in order to just give you more options. It's not that it's like, ooh, hey, I have a lot of minions on the board, I'm gonna win. It's on your turn, even by freezing your opponent, it allows you to choose the cards that you want to attack into them.
Absolutely.
Which is a little unlike, I think it's Magic, I don't know if you ever played Magic the Gathering, but I think it's you choose who defends, while in Hearthstone it's you choose the attacking target or the defending target, which is an interesting mechanic.
Let me think.
And so Rochester, position of, I think of response here, we're at 7 mana. Would it be a terrible idea to taunt? And I guess we're not really in a face game, but he's taking a little bit more face damage.
So I think I do see one move that could give Rochester a pretty big advantage.
Rochester does have the Defender Vargas.
Exactly, and that's definitely what I was thinking.
He could boost that while it has, the attack.
What would you think about using Argent Protector on the 4/3, using Argus on both of those, using the bubble to kill the 5/5, and then freezing the Shade? So it gives you a 5/3.
Well, I'm just trying to put that together in my head. Wow, that's a little math equation. That's a little bit of algebra to me.
So what would happen? It would give you a 5/3 Taunted Shredder.
Yeah.
A 2/3 Argus, and a 3/3 Argent Protector against his soon-to-be 5/3 Frozen Shade and a 2/4.
And that is not what he did.
Not at all. He actually ran out of time.
And we are coming up here with Terry in, going for the face, which is... Now, that was interesting to go for the face and not trade. Do you think is it a little bit too early for the face game?
I actually think that was perfect.
Is that actually the good play?
If you could hover over these 2 cards, Force of Nature, summon 3 2/2 Trends with Charge, and Savage Rogue give your characters +2 attack.
There you go.
Use those 2 cards in combination,
and he'll have lethal.
Does 14 damage. So by getting Rochester to 13, unless Rochester finds a way to put up a taunt or heal himself while clearing the board.
And then Rochester did exactly that, or found a way to clear the board.
Exactly.
And
so I think it's actually best option.
Is that door supposed to stay? There's been some allegations that my voice carries.
Oh. It's a deep voice. It goes pretty far.
And that occasionally people are able to hear, which is a little bit odd. Like, awkward. And then can he buff those? He is buffing those. Not quite lethal, unless he does the hero attack. And there we go.
It's over. Tyrion will take the game.
He took that game. And yeah, that was an interesting game to watch.
That was definitely a fun game. I think it was played very well by Tyrion, especially. Definitely showed as well.
I mean, he showed good judgment in terms of when do you go from when do you transition from board control to ultimately, he attacking the hero and going for the victory. And he made that judgment call at the right time.
Exactly. That's a difficult call to make sometimes, knowing when to switch from trying to get board control to a point where you say, screw it, let's just attack the face and try to win.
And Urban says, good job not staying out of combo. Sometimes you never know what you're going to get reading the chat. It's like, hey. And Zeke Fox, thank you so much for stopping by. Azalea Town, thank you so much for stopping by. Kaiser Polo is like, Dart is great. Keep him. It's like, Dart should replace Tay.
Oh,
That's
no,
what he should
never.
do.
Never.
Yes.
I don't have that great of a voice.
Oh. Well, you definitely have the expertise, sir. So it's
I lack the blazer.
Very fun.
I'm sorry. I'll bring.
No, that's true. That's true. The blazer is my level up.
So this is why he lost. He's getting an interview first because he plays again.
All right. All right.
Allow Rochester to get on in here.
What's up, guys?
Congrats. You still have one more chance.
Yeah, I know.
So how are you feeling there?
Man, not good at all. But I'm gonna give it my best shot.
You definitely went back and forth there. I mean, you went back and forth there for a while.
Yeah, it was so funny when he asked when I got consecration right before that because I had equality. I was like, give me consecration, and I got it. And I was like, yes. Yeah, but then it's like it was kind of funny because he told me right before he played it. He's like, I got a combo. Then he just beat me. I was like,
Now, were you trying to play around the combo in any way? When he went face with the Panther, did you expect, oh no, I'm 9 mana, he definitely has it?
Yeah, I actually didn't expect it. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. I haven't seen any of his decks. I've been in the back watching, but I haven't really seen what he had in his deck. And he kept joking around about Mech Mage earlier, and I was like, oh, what's going on?
Gotta get scared about
I know,
Mech Mage.
I was like, but then I was like, I don't want everyone
Maybe he
to
was
hate
doing
me.
that as a decoy.
I know.
To throw you off.
I was like, maybe he's saying he's not and he's going to, but yeah.
That's the behind the scenes. That's the other reality TV show of the gossip, the desperate Hearthstone wives behind the scene here at the People's Hearthstone show. The innuendo and the scandals between the player psychology.
I'm the cutest wife, right?
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go.
You do have one more chance.
Thank you. I got one more chance.
Good luck for your next match.
Man, I need it.
You got it.
And
Tyrion, the winner. Come on in.
Where should I stand?
I think
That's
right between
okay.
here is fantastic.
Hi.
So well played.
Well, I just get the log on the beginning hand because most of the game I got the innervate. I think there was because there's all the dream for the druid. You want to innervate something on the board. 4, especially the pilot. Also, I just have so good cards, so.
So you drew very well.
Yeah.
So, were you expecting to play against a paladin in that match?
Well, maybe, but I didn't expect the. What was it? I didn't expect the Mech Paladin. I was like, I see the Mech Warp, I was like, what's going on with this?
So my question for you is, when you saw a secret on turn 1, what did you think it was?
I don't remember the name, but one of the thinking die and then the buff the other one.
Oh, Avenge? I called it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's why I tried to kill it, and then
that's why you're trying to kill the Harvest Golem and wipe it off so you didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, and then that thing come out, I was like, oh, what's going on? I was like, realized I have to hero power and then attack first. Yeah, that might be, but whatever. That was either one is okay, I think.
Awesome. We did a fantastic job, and you're going to move forward in the bracket.
Absolutely. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's very well played.
Are we going to shake hands?
Yeah.
Shake.
I do a normal handshake, by the way. There we go.
There we go. There we go. Space time.
All right, Fanatiq's going to take back over. Thank you for allowing me to cast.
You're very, very welcome. Thanks for filling for me for a second.
No problem. Hope you enjoyed your break.
Absolutely. I'm not used to standing for so many hours at a time. Not all of us have Tay's legs or Tay's voice.
Oh, there we go. Space Time Crime said, Tay, your mic is muted. I don't think it's muted. Here we go.
Okay, we're back to the bracket. Whoa. We've really progressed through this thing.
We actually have. And now we are having Rochester versus Toy Hammer.
Yep, this is loser semis. And whoever wins this match goes on to the grand finals of the tournament. And I didn't realize that was winner's semis.
It was.
Wow. Yeah, we're.
Yeah. And Belascape 12 says, "We eat chocolate rain under the moonlight with some Murloc drumsticks. Chocolate rain, winning all your Hearthstone games. Chocolate rain."
Oh wow! So actually, that was winners finals. Actually,
people are saying my mic is muted. It shouldn't be muted.
No, they're trolling. They're trolling.
I think they're trolling.
Their mics are not muted.
They're not. It is not muted.
Yeah.
Trolls.
They be getting this.
Lying trolls. Like seriously, it's like what if you had like Twin Galaxies chat trying to fix your car? They'd be like, "Oh wait, you need a new alternator."
Yeah. It's funny you said alternator. That's the only part of the car I know. I have really little car knowledge.
Oh, there you go.
It's almost as bad as my cooking knowledge.
Trader Joe's cooks for me.
Oh, and that sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah, really.
They're an amazing chef.
Amazing chef.
Wait.
And
I don't know, Airband. Is it true?
Airband. People are saying the honest truth is there is no mic.
Yo, Mastermind Chef, is there a mic? Y'all just let us know.
I think they are trolling.
I do believe that they're trolling.
I hear me.
Yes.
I hear me just fine.
Yeah, no, I did.
See his, yeah.
The headlight fluid is the thing. Yeah. Oh gosh.
It's like, and we're going through the same audio output, so if they hear you, they hear me.
Absolutely. Yeah. They hear us. They hear us. So someone asked, what's your favorite class?
Ooh. You know, I need more decks in order to figure out my favorite class, because I want to be able to have like 5 mage decks, 4 warrior decks, and 10 hunter decks, and figure it out. I mean, my most successful deck is my mech mage deck,
which is called
Chocolate Pain.
That is the name of the deck. I just wanted to make sure we got it out there.
It is, and I definitely have fun with my hunter deck though. I'm still looking for that versatile deck that seems like the jack of all trades though, because I can always think of a deck that outdraws or outplays each of my current decks, and it's kind of like I guess that's the nature of the game.
Yeah. I feel like I run a pretty versatile deck. It really gets the job done in pretty much every situation. But anyway, we are on to the next match. It is Rochester versus Toy Hammer. And this is the losers finals of this match. So this match has a lot of weight behind it because
losers semifinals. Well, I guess it'd be the finals. I guess.
It's actually losers finals, and if whoever loses this match or whoever wins this match makes it to grand finals and is therefore qualified for the next match.
There you go.
So you don't want to. It's always the roughest to lose right before that line.
Putting out the snow chugger. I like those because they freeze things.
Yes, and it's really powerful against the paladin because if they have a weapon, then they're frozen and they can't.
Yeah. And so the paladin is going to try and get. Ooh, I wouldn't go for race. I'd try and get rid of that snow chugger.
Yeah. Nah, they're definitely trolling, and I'm pretty sure Neostorm recognizes that they're not too loud. Thank you, Masterminds. Yeah, they are. They are. Thank you, Masterminds, for letting me know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know because I banned all the trolls in my stream. No.
You hit them with that ban hammer?
With that ban, they get the Tay hammer.
Yeah.
Let's see. And pinging 1-1.
Okay. Okay, I respect it.
I would definitely trade in this case. I think it's worth it to run that shielded minibot into that snow chugger.
Yeah. And okay, so the mage at this point, he has he drew really poorly. He has a Sunwalker, a Blizzard.
Now that is interesting that he did not take out this snow chugger and went for the mage's face. Is that a play you agree with? I don't agree with that play.
I don't agree with that. Not at all. Not at all.
And because that's just letting the situation with the snow chugger get out of hand.
The only thing is I can say, I can understand maybe that he's feeling like if we continue to trade here, I'll eventually be able to consecrate and get rid of it. But I still disagree with it. No, I don't.
Snow chugger is too annoying.
Yeah.
And too easy to take out.
Yes.
To why let it get out of hand?
Yeah, especially once he's already at only 1 health. Yeah.
And then the Frostbolt seems like he's thinking of Frostbolting the Pilot's Shredder, but it would freeze it for a turn. But then it can no, actually it would death rattle it.
Yeah, it would.
I stand corrected. And then
I don't know if I agree with that.
How many spells you did the Lothab?
I like Lothab on turn 6 versus Paladins because that's when they have the equality consecrate.
Yeah,
play.
but on turn 5.
Well,
he couldn't afford to use any of this
turn
anyway.
5 that you would want to load. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, you're right because he has all these spells. He can't afford to use them.
Yeah. I don't know
so
if
it's
I like
what
that.
does that achieve?
Yeah, that was a questionable decision. It's turn 6 here, and I can't think of a better time, especially considering that you just got Lothab to play the Sunwalker. Please don't play Sludge Belcher. Don't do it.
Oh boy, yeah.
Don't do it. This is a Sunwalker moment.
Taunt, Divine Shield. The other taunt would be better with the Divine Shield. Well, the Sludge Belcher does have the death rattle.
It hurts me a little bit.
Why?
No, honestly, Sludge Belchers is still a good play. It is a good play. I think Sunwalker might have been a little bit better. Okay, he's in a pretty bit of a rough spot.
Now, the Sunwalker would have survived that with Divine Shield, wouldn't it? What did we see?
It would have killed the Lothab. And here he's going to play the Paladin and he's going to Frost Nova. And I respect that Frost Nova actually. And he's really unturned for this Flame Strike. So, and he doesn't have a Lothab anymore. Lothab was legendary, so he can't have any more. And so any minions he plays at this point are increasing the value of the Flame Strike. Like this is, you can't get more valuable than your Flame Strike than this. Wow, he's really playing into that.
Yeah, he's putting a lot into, I mean, what choice do you have at this point but to Flame Strike and go for the face?
Or you could Blizzard.
And the Blizzard,
it does 2 damage to everything.
And freezes them.
Yes. So then it would clear out all the middle minions, and it would still
the
leave
2/3. They would freeze the 2/3 and the 3/3.
Yes, and they'd become a 2/1 and a 3/1, which would make them very prime targets for the Cone of Cold. Yeah, I don't. I think I kind of like Blizzard. No, please don't Sludge Spell. I mean, please don't Sunwalker. Like I need him to do this Blizzard or the Flame Strike, one of the two. But I actually genuinely think that Blizzard is the better play here. You don't want to Frost Nova. I don't think you want to Frost Nova. The only reason why you would Frost Nova over the Blizzard in this situation, I would think.
Well, he can't put any minions out. Is if you wanted to put out a 5-mana minion and get ahead on the board before you do your other attacks.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
And he doesn't really have anything else to put out there right now.
You've caught on to this game pretty well, considering how long you've been playing. Honestly.
Oh, well,
that's
thank
a really
you.
good observation. I mean, that's exactly what I was getting at. Frost Nova, I don't know.
Oh, really? No. No. You want him to have that trouble.
Well, I think
I guess getting that to the 2
for the Blizzard next turn.
That's what he's planning.
So you know,
Paladin has the weapon now, so
it hurts a little bit. It hurts a little bit.
Yeah, going for the face. Ooh, yeah. You see, I think he might have. Oh, what? Wait, what?
He's doing that so that he can Blizzard.
Okay, I see. And then. Did he wait too long for that though? That's kind of the question. He let that board get out of hand.
He did. He ended up wasting 2 plays. Like he wasted the Frost Nova and the other thing in order to do the same play.
Yeah.
2 arms, men.
Oh boy, this is not looking good at all.
Yeah, it's looking kind of rough.
He still does have
a Flame Strike, yes.
And he could ping and Flame Strike at this point. He has the mana to do it. I mean, he has to. What else can he do? I mean, you pretty much have to ping and Flame Strike to to survive, to live. And oh wait, no, pink. Oh, okay.
He can do both. He can do both.
He can do both.
Don't
try. Okay, I guess.
I mean, I still disagree with the play, but
it's not terrible.
I feel that he had an advantage at this point. He could have had that Sunwalker out there doing twerk this whole time.
Yeah.
But now instead he was wanting to conserve his energy, and I think he's getting slammed on because of it.
Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
Well, at least he whipped out that zombie child, so.
Yeah, so that. At this point, we're 10 mana. Do you do?
Truth is my shield.
Crossbolts that.
Love my new recipe.
Interesting choice for the frostbolt. Would you frostbolt on the zombie chow?
I would not actually.
I guess because that has a death rattle, why not figure out what that's going to drop?
Oh, which one?
The one he
Yeah. I think.
Make,
it's 4 damage.
Make the situation known.
Yeah. And it has 4 damage, so you know, it's just. I think it's better.
I like that.
Put this apple on your head.
Nice. It's very, very similar. And he played the Black Knight versus Sunwalker, which really hurts him in this situation.
Ooh.
It's looking really rough. I feel like he's definitely getting danced on.
Oh gosh, yeah, this is not. Ooh.
Okay. All right. Before you play that card, though.
Engaging TC.
Oh, you want to?
Mental dislocator.
Oh, all right. And then
he can do Cone of Cold and the other. The only thing is, he could Lord of the Arena and hope. No, I just don't. I think he has to. He has to Cone of Cold. Well, how much is his weapon hitting for? For 1?
1.
Okay. He could Cone of Cold. Yes, he could Cone of Cold the middle there, and then he could ping the zombie child, which would give him 5 health. Okay, instead he decides to damage that. I think he loses.
That is an interesting play. I would totally have pinged the zombie child there. He's gambling.
He is definitely gambling. It might pay off.
Gambling that there's not going to be 5 damage coming with the frozen minions.
And then he heal himself and move 3 cards.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely getting danced on. Fortunately, he can't afford to do the consecration he has right now, so he's giving him another breath of hope.
There's a taunt coming out there.
Now, in this situation, he can play both of those nullifiers. I can't. Because he has a knife juggler. If he plays the minion here, then the knife juggler could have possibly
killed
him.
And you should at least, see what happens with that.
Yeah, please play the taunt, the Lord of the Arena.
And then
don't trade that knife juggler, please.
He should ping
the 2/1. The 2. No.
Yeah, the 2/1.
Okay. I mean, he still has a chance.
He's still, there's some interesting plays. That's not good.
There's that combo, the quality concentrate. Yeah, this is looking really rough.
It is not looking
here.
good for Rochester at all here.
He's definitely not going to flame strike here. He can put down the Lord of the Arena, and he can ping the 4/1. No, wait, there's no reason to play that Iron Beak Owl.
He is. I think he's getting ready for the flame strike.
No.
He's getting. That's next logical thing. Yeah, it looks like he's doing that.
Oof. That's
That's.
I could see myself doing that, but thinking about it further, I wouldn't.
Yeah, this is rough. I think that might be game.
Yeah, that's lethal right there. He needed that taunt.
That was really, really questionable.
And Toy Hammered is kind of rolling along here.
Yeah, Toy Hammered. He's made it. He's very excited. I can imagine how excited he would be. Think about it. You're coming into this tournament, and your first opponent is going to be Dart.
And he's played for 4 months.
Yes, I've been playing for 4 months. I'm going up against someone who's ranked legend, and I have to play him, and then I have to play him a second time. That has to feel really, it's a really, really good thing. Even if it's a casual style tournament, it's just to show that even at the casual level, I can keep up with these,
And that's something that can happen here on the People's Hearthstone show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the type of environment that we're trying to promote.
Mm-hmm.
And here,
Toy Hammered first.
Toy Hammered.
They remembered my name.
I remember the toy part. I'm gonna say toy.
If you say toy, that's perfect.
Toy.
This
but
is
you're on a streak here.
Apparently, I am.
It has to feel amazing. I was just explaining to them. Is this your first tournament? You said?
No, I've been here before.
Okay, so it's not your first tournament, but you're at a tournament. You have to play against Dart, and yeah, that's crazy. And then you end up losing later on, and you have to play him the second time, and that this time gloves are off. It's still one match, but anything can happen, and then you pull that one away. Like that has to feel really good. And that was losers finals. Now you've definitely qualified into the grand finals, meaning you'll be coming back. And I believe 2 weeks from now, or maybe 3 weeks from now. All right, and yes, what's going through your mind right now? How does that feel?
At first when I saw Mac Mage, I'm like, okay, this is already annoying. I hate that deck. And then he started playing like Blizzards and Flame Strikes. I'm like, oh my god, what is going on here? Because I would have had lethal if he didn't Flame Strike or Blizzard. I had the easy lethal. I would have had 15. More than 15.
Although we were kind of saying, like, you're definitely taking a risk having those assets out there.
Yes. He played directly into a flame strike that he just wasn't willing to do in the beginning.
It was, but then I realized, once I started seeing everything, I realized I just need to get, once I drew the Tyrion, I knew. Even though I didn't play him, whatever he did, I was just going to play. He has probably very few answers to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if he's silenced, it's still a 6/6 speed I have on the field.
Right. So that was really, really good. That's... I guess if the stars aligned for you today, it's got to feel really, really great.
Yeah, one more game now.
One more game. That'll be the grand final of the tournament. Actually, if you win the first match in grand finals, you have to win the second one because you're coming from the losers bracket. But
I have to win twice?
Yes.
Oh, this is horrible.
Yeah, because each person in a double limb bracket has to lose twice in order to be out, and he hasn't lost a match yet.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it's just that's the way the bracket goes. But you got to keep your head in the game, and you played really well. I think you have a very good shot.
Guess so.
So good luck.
So I have to win twice, but I'm still in for week 4. So
yes,
okay.
No matter what, you've already made that.
Then. You can't hear me. Oops.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Absolutely, good job.
Cool handshake we're gonna do.
Are we doing that?
I'm mad that everybody caught on to this, man. These are my handshakes.
We're getting better.
They've adapted.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Hey.
Oh man, does not feel good losing a lot.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's unfortunate, especially it's one match before you would have qualified for the.
Yeah. Honestly, I wasn't even expecting to qualify, so I was surprised I even got one win. So that's a win for me.
Yeah, you made it very, very far in the tournament. Do you feel like you've learned lessons during this tournament to take from?
Yeah, come prepared with decks.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. You didn't even have a chance to do that. So what were your thoughts on that specific match?
I don't know. Just it was a really not well put together, Ice Mage or Frost Mage. It just prolonged my booty beating. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now you had a moment where you could have flame struck, and you chose instead to go with the blizzard, and to ping the blizzard next turn.
Yeah, because I just noticed his board, he already had 7 minions, and I just wanted to like just keep him on the field at least one more turn, you know, because he couldn't play anything, he couldn't do anything, so it's just he just had to end his turn.
They were frozen anyway.
Yeah, and then I just wanted to wait, like maybe, you know, I could have saved that Flame Strike for something else, you know, because I mean he did have a full board, so I guess I just wanted to. I was playing it safe. I was playing it really safe because I just knew he was like super good. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. That sometimes I think, especially when you're caught in the moment of the situation, then you almost make decisions slightly different just because of, you know, the setting. You're in a tournament, you're just nervous, anything can happen. And maybe if you're just playing 1,000 games, you're going through ranks, you probably just do it differently. But because of the moment and wanting so badly to win, you change the way you play and stuff.
Yeah, especially because like you just want to like, yeah, you don't want to lose. Nobody wants to lose. Nobody likes losing. So I'm like, I'll just play it super safe and hopefully he'll make the mistake.
Yeah.
But it was me.
Either way, good luck.
Yeah.
You plan on coming back any other future weeks?
Yeah. I mean, I live like super close, so I'm probably gonna be here next week.
Absolutely.
And the week after that. So.
Well, thank you very, very much for coming by.
Man. Yeah, for sure. All right, thank you for having me. You guys have a good one. All right, thank you, Tay. Let's bring it in.
What is it? Bring it in. There we go.
All right, you guys have a good one.
All right.
And now we are on to the finals.
Yes, we are. Oh, that was a crazy match. That was a crazy match. There's certain things I wonder what would have happened if they were different, but it happens. I told you my mind is always going to be thinking, man. I wish I could reset up those plays. Yeah, the knife. It hurts because he was really, really close. He was doing really, really well. But where are we at in the brackets now?
We are at the final, so we have Tyrion and Toy Hammered.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the grand finals of the tournament.
And now if Tyrion wins, then does he win?
If Tyrion wins, he wins everything.
But if Toy Hammered wins, he has to beat Tyrion
a second time to win the tournament. At this point,
now what if they split?
Well,
what if he wins and then doesn't beat him the second time?
What you mean if Toy Hammered wins and then doesn't win the second, then he loses the tournament.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So like, I'm learning how double elimination works.
Absolutely. And with the matches actually beginning right now, you guys, this is it. This is the grand finals. Toy Hammered. I really expected Dart to be the favorite for the match, but Toy Hammered eliminated him twice to beat the tournament favorite here. I think, I guess I have to say that Toy Hammered is now the new favorite. And
Tyrion has some slower cards, but he's keeping them. Maybe did he mulligan? Did he?
I think he must have already.
Yeah.
And okay, and Toy Hammered, he's going first, and he didn't get his North Shore Cleric, so that's probably, you know, it's not the best for him, but he does have a Holy Smite to deal with, you know, maybe some of the cards that Tyrion might play.
And there's a Wrath coming in for Tyrion.
Okay, he's going to...
Not a lot of minions for either side to put out here.
Right.
No one really has any low-cost minions.
Now, what the Druid did there was he used his Wild Growth, which is going to speed up his turn, and he has the coin, which means now, what should have been a turn 3 play, he's going to be playing. Okay, he didn't use his coin though. He just went ahead and played the Piloted Shredder on the curve.
Which is nice. He's kind of a 2-for-1. You get a Death Rattle.
Yep. And if if Toy Hammer didn't do something to it, he could kill that Dark Cultist and he would lose his Death Rattle. Now he has... I'm pretty sure it's not a Mech Druid, so I don't think that... I can't think of the name of that card. Mech Warper. I don't think that the Mech Warper is going to offer him very many benefits.
In the light's name.
Yeah, he does have a lot of beasts, and like you say, it's a village people deck.
Yeah.
It's got everybody showing up.
I believe this is referred to as a Ramp Druid, someone was saying earlier. I don't know the names of most of the decks. I just know
yeah,
how
I've
they
learned
function.
a few new deck names.
Wow, I hope you have a turn 6. Yeah, okay. And I think that trade makes sense. You get rid of the Piloted Shredder. You don't want the Priest to continue to heal and keep buffing it. And Piloted Shredder is not going to do very much for you if you're not running mechs. So it makes, for the most part, it makes a lot of sense.
And Toy Hammer going back with the Holy Smite.
And he's continuing to buff that Dark Cultist.
He just coined and boomed.
He did. He used Dr. Balance on turn 6 because of his previous wild growth. So this is really actually turn 5. So everything about that just seems very, very balanced. And this druid is not ahead of the curve at all.
Is someone injured?
I sense some sarcasm there.
Absolutely, because that's ridiculous, and I would be pretty bothered.
Yeah, but you know, Toy Hammered is dealing with it.
Yes, he is. Rather effectively, and this would be a great turn. He gets to trade the Dr. Boom in for that Dark Cultist who's been buffed so many times, and that means that now the Dr. Boom didn't even get to use his Death Rattle. So that was really, really beneficial that turn for him, and I think he's in a pretty dominant position right now.
You'd say Toy Hammer is in a fairly dominant position.
No, I meant Tarion. Specifically because he cleared the board there and he got rid of the Dark Cultist, and the priest had already used some of his cards.
Ooh, there's a Baron Geddon.
Yes, and that was really good. It worked very much in his favor.
I just like the picture. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Baron Geddon. Okay, yeah, vulnerability, big game killer, big game hunter.
And as you can see,
Tarion is maintaining board control fairly well here.
That's why I was saying it was in a good position. I feel like it really shifted, and it's important to note that both of those minions are 4s. It's a 4/6 and a 4/2. So the Shadow Word Pain and the Shadow Word Death, neither of those will be able to deal with those cards. So he's really, really seeming like he's in a pretty good position. Shout outs to Jeff for breaking that down to me. One of my first decks that I came up with myself was a Priest Shade of Naxxramas deck, and he was expecting me out 4 cards.
Toy Hammer with the Dr. Boom, and then Holy Smiting, the big game hunter.
Let's see. This is a rough one. I don't know if I like it. Wow, you lucked out. Is he really gonna auto attack that? Not auto
I guess
attack.
it's really just a control play.
Okay, it worked out for him so very well. He can Wrath and get rid of Dr. Boom now. What? Wait,
He's deal 2 damage to silence a minion.
He chose to do that instead to draw a card, and he got his Innervate. I just don't know if I like that play. You use 2 spells on that 1 card. I don't know.
Yeah. He's sacrificing a lot to be able to do that. Putting up the Arcanine, using Lesser Heal to take that to its next state. And I will say both players are playing fairly confidently. There's not a lot of roping happening.
Right.
They kind of know their decks and know what they're going to do.
Pretty straightforward. And now I don't know if he can swipe here. He's going to do it? Oh, yeah, okay. So he'll do that, and then he'll Wrath and draw the card. That's actually the smartest play in this situation. Now let's look over here at, I've been looking at it from pretty much one side. Now you have Toy Hammer over there. And his board has just been cleared. And again, that's putting Tarion back in a dominant position. But you see, he has Cabal Shadow Priest, which he can steal the 2/4, or he can steal the taunt. But I don't think he'd really want to steal either one of those. So he's going to do it.
He's stealing the taunt. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I guess he'll heal himself. He's not going to put the Baron out there, I guess. Although I thought he would.
You know, I was saved by a 1/2 taunt the other day by something that had been buffed to 18, 19.
Oh, Lord.
It's just, I had lethal the next turn. That little 1/2 taunt from the Subculture
saved your life.
It was just that little bit that I needed.
Thank you for coming by, Ninja Bush. It's gonna be heading on out. All right, so the reason for not stealing the 2/4 is I'm pretty sure he just wanted the taunt, I guess, to secure. So you know, it absorbs a guaranteed attack, and so I can kind of see that, but I mean, I guess there could be arguments for the for both.
Interesting time to put out Sylvanas, and
he's going to destroy his own minion and hope to get the Shade of Naxxramas. I don't like the gamble, but it actually worked out for him. And this is actually a really good swing for Toy Hammer. He definitely gambled there, and it worked out for him, and I respect it. Oh my goodness, what he is! Things are just really working out for him, man. Today, this is his day. I hope he goes out and buys a lottery ticket when this is done, because it's looking good.
And then Gothic crouching still 5 health. Yeah, Tyrion is kind of hanging on.
And I think that's the deal with what's happening here. You know, the priest is playing, you know, pretty conservatively. It's like he recognizes that he has to, you know, kind of give and take some. Like sometimes you just know, you know you're gonna get got.
You know what the energy is.
But it's really, I guess, his goal is to make sure he gets his more than he gets got, though.
That's interesting. Oh, now that is interesting. Trading the next right away.
He does this. He gets to draw another card. He gets another circle of healing.
And he doesn't have an Arcanine out there, so. Yeah, and Tyrion, this is definitely looking like it's favoring Tyrion, just looking at the cards. Because Toy Hammered is pretty much in a top deck situation now.
Yeah, this is pretty rough.
Kind of hard to imagine what he's going to top deck with.
You don't want to. Well, I think the best play here is he's gonna have to run the. What? Oh no!
Oh,
that hurt
gosh,
me. That hurt me a little bit. I thought he was going to run the 1/3 into that, and then he would be able to kill the Sylvanas, and he wouldn't be able to give him any minions. He knows his deck more, so I guess he's waiting.
Why wouldn't he put out the Injured Blade? I guess he's getting the card draw, but he's playing stuff really out of sequence. Oh god! Oh, ooh, that's painful.
You hate to see that.
That belongs in a museum.
And we have a Savage Roar, and I think that's me.
Oh boy, yeah. Ooh. Oh, this might be lethal. It is. It's definitely lethal. Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Just a few missteps, but
yeah. There's, I guess the pressure of the situation might have caught up with him a little bit, but it's important to note that once you make it to the grand finals in this thing, you've already qualified. So everything that happens past that point is just maybe more of a sense of pride, and maybe he's in the situation where he decided, he's deciding I don't want to give everything away. So he's trying to hold something back.
And I think sometimes it's so fun playing on those tablets. You just kind of there with the start. It's like, oh, whoop.
Yeah,
I mean, just kind of like you see how it goes.
Yeah, that's it for this tournament. I think this is another really good experience for me.
Yeah,
very much enjoyed
a fantastic
playing.
night.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Both players will be going to the final next week in 2 weeks.
Yes. Okay. So there is a final in 2 weeks,
and both
of them will be
those
making
players
it.
will be going to the final in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they've definitely qualified. I really respect it. Okay.
And
we're gonna speak with Taryn first. How's it going?
Good.
How did it feel about? How are you feeling after that match?
Well, I feel really good. Like I win. It's like my first one to win in the Hearthstone. Usually when like a lot of online one, like usually fed up at the last 4 or something like that. So I feel really good.
That's very, very good.
Awesome. And you get to go to the finals now. Both of you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of us do.
So when you were going to that match, did you know that you had already qualified?
Oh yeah, I did.
But you still wanted to win for your pride.
Of course, like even without the pride or something, like you're a player, you want to win. It's something like you want to do.
It's natural competition.
Yeah.
Natural competitive. Yeah. Were there any specific moments in that match that had you troubled, or did you feel pretty confident throughout the most?
Well, I was pretty confident because I always think that Druid is like good against Priest. So when I see the Priest versus Druid matchup, I knew like I kind of got this. And then the moment that I got was that like just like the other two game, I got the really good hand. The white was on my hand on the beginning of the hand. Yeah, and I knew that. Only thing kind of was like going that what is it the 3-cost thinking that just keep alive. I was kind of panicking like should I go kill it or something? And then like as soon as that things got removed, and then actually my boom did really well. It hit really well, so then I knew I'm gonna win. I was just looking for my sub engineer for my combo.
Yeah. That's it was just stalling at that point until you got it.
Yeah.
Very good job. Nice play.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no.
I was gonna say going in 2 weeks you're gonna have to play in this tournament. Do you think you'd be running similar decks, or are you gonna probably try to bring something out?
Well, it depends on the meta, because you know how the Hearthstone is really changing fast. So we'll see how it's go. I might just bring up that is like really popular.
There might be new possibilities in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, you gotta check it out and see what everyone whips out.
Stay current.
Yeah, I mean all the things just pop out randomly.
Yeah, that's very, very good. Nice play.
Yeah, it was fun to playing in the tablet. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's my first time to playing it, and I really liked it though.
Oh really? Yeah, it seems like it's not hard to adapt to.
Yeah, and thank you to NVIDIA for sponsoring this show.
Absolutely.
And providing the tablets.
Yeah.
And in fact, that is the swag that hopefully we will give out at the end of the finals bracket. Everyone gets, or at least the winners get NVIDIA Shield tablets.
So, oh yeah, that means you got to be excited. Now you have a really good chance of winning one of those NVIDIA Shield tablets. That's the prize,
for the fighter. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Hey, thank you. No, I'm always not good at this thing.
I won on the awkward handshake there.
Oh, excuse me.
All right.
Oh, I forgot we had another one.
You're another one. You're just another one. We just have another. We don't need another. We're done.
We're done. We're just end the show now.
We don't need any more. Nah. So how are you feeling?
I mean,
you're advancing to the finals.
Yeah, so I go in there knowing I'm up against a druid. I'm like, I might as well just play this priest deck and hope for some good luck going.
There you go.
It's just one of those matchups,
Priest versus druid.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. But the good thing is, you qualified to come back for sure. I mean, that has to feel really great. I feel like you had one of the harder roads because you had to go up against Dart twice. I mean, I feel like, So I feel like it has to feel like a victory regardless of the outcome.
Yeah, I don't care that I lost. Once I knew I was in the finals, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna play this priest deck because it deserves to be played again.
Absolutely, I respect it. And it's very, very much in spirit with the People's Hearthstone show and the casual environment and everything. So I was asking him as well. Do you think that when it comes time for the tournament in 2 weeks, in the finals, do you think that you will be running something similar, or are you going to probably whip out something new?
I might be pulling out Rogue.
I need it. All right.
I need something consistent. It's one of the most consistent decks alongside Druid. I don't own the Druid cards, so I'm like, okay, we're going Rogue.
There you go.
You
got to whip out something new.
All right. Well, we are definitely looking forward to it. And congratulations.
Come on.
Are we doing this? Awkward. Okay, that was almost as awkward.
Yeah.
All right. And so this was the second episode of the People's Hearthstone show.
Yes.
Fantastic night tonight. Fantastic competitors. Congratulations to everybody who showed up. And I just love the tone of this show. Yes. I love the opportunity to cast here with Fanatiq. I think that we are opening the game up to a community of players that just kind of come have fun, and it's really about the people.
Yes,
really, it's about the people and the relationships and being able to come here and have a great time, a great game. Thanks again to NVIDIA for sponsoring the show, and
Twin Galaxies Live, obviously.
Yep.
The masterminds behind the show. So I always obviously enjoy coming here because, again, I definitely there was a point when I felt like I was actually getting kind of addicted to the game, and so I was putting in a lot of time, and it's really great to to learn and to do something involving this thing that's really capturing my attention. You stream on a regular basis, or pretty regularly, don't you?
I do.
And you're streaming Hearthstone.
for the most part.
Yeah, so I was feeling like it would probably make sense for some of the people who are here watching, you know, to go to your stream, and then that way they can continue to grow with you throughout the week. What's the link to that stream?
Oh, I mean, I am on Tay Zonday Games on Twitch, and you know, but I will say it is a fantastic opportunity to take the momentum that I grew there and come here to do this on Twin Galaxies TV.
Yeah.
Just because, look, I mean, this is the swag set. I mean, seriously, we're like in practically a gosh darn castle here.
Yeah.
I just step in front of this thing, and seriously, it's like Braveheart or like something serious is going to go down. I'm going to be launched in a catapult, like all the way back.
I feel like we're in the inn.
We are. Like, we are basically Hearthstone cards right here, casting this show. And so it's a very fun opportunity to work here. And, you know, I am looking forward to the future brackets.
I'm looking forward to seeing what people whip out 2 weeks from now, in that, you know, after everyone's qualified. You know?
And it's especially fun to like be, you know, it's an odd thing to say, but you know, streaming so much, it is actually fun to be here with actual players and to be in the same building and have their commentary on the games and what their decision process is.
Right.
Because I think sometimes that's hard to capture when you're streaming on the internet. I mean, you can kind of get people on Mumble, you can kind of add them on battle.net, but it's not the same as the momentum and the energy of having everybody in the same building. And at all different stages coming together and creating a really positive energy for the game.
Yeah, and then also just the fact that it's even here, you know what I mean? Where there's so many streams happening on a regular basis. You got, you know, I think they have a comic book show. We definitely did Infinite Crisis Experience here. They have their League Night here. You know, they just have so many shows around this place all the time, you know, and you have celebrity guests and things like that. So I think anytime I can be part of that. So you have all these celebrities named and you have little old Fanatiq. It still feels freaking great just to be here, you know, at Twin Galaxies. I don't know, it's a humbling but very, very exciting experience. So definitely please check it out. Next week, we will be here at the exact same times, 7
p.m. Pacific, here on Twin Galaxies Live. And with that...
But you have more times. 7 p.m.? And then what's the time in Sydney?
I'm supposed to give what is that? I think that means 3 in the morning. I think in London, and I think that's, of course, it's 10 p.m. in New York, 3 a.m. in London, and then I believe it is 2 p.m. in Sydney the following day.
I'm glad that he can do that because I don't.
And of course, the London and Sydney days would be Friday as opposed to Thursday. But Brochure is saying we want to see the tablet. Well, you asked at the right time, because here we have a fine NVIDIA Shield tablet.
It's almost hiding behind the overlay.
Hiding behind the overlay. Fantastic box here. This is what the players are playing on.
You just ruined it. They thought it was an overlay all this time.
They thought
it was just part of the overlay.
They thought it was just like digitally added. No, this is not CGI.
No.
This is an actual NVIDIA Shield tablet.
It's a simple box for an amazing product.
Absolutely. And with that, I think we are going to wrap up the show. Thank you again to Twin Galaxies. Thank you to NVIDIA.
And thank you, Tay.
Thank you, Fanatiq. Wow, that wasn't awkward at all. And we're going to wrap this up. Have a fantastic day, night, wherever you are. Martrian, Brochure, Chew, Zeke Fox, Evil Eyes 120, World War Gee. Can you all talk faster in the chat? Feeblebater, Brochure, Beetlescape 12, Allscape 123, SR Land, thank you for coming. Allyscape 123, Gurubot, you're not real, but hey, Blake Skills, World War Gee, Duke Nukem, Jeff Katz, Kyle 128. 084, Skyzoid Metal, Drazer R, Sean Parker's channel, Astrogation 7, Torquistis, RPG 6, Nemesis 0x1, Moobot with your virtual self, NYC Frost, BTH Lane, Jeff Phoenix, Evil Eyes 120, and all of you, thank you so much for watching, And we're out.
Twin Galaxies.